Finally, I have everything that I need. Thanks to that mad poet, I have the Necronomicon, and a destination, finally, to locate the forgotten city of Neruzavin. This journey will be a long one, surely across land and seas both. But after all the effort that has been put forth, after everything I have attempted over the last few years, this is the victory lap. I will be denied no longer. The black stars beckon, and I will find them. I am Count Hasserton Lowls IV, and when I am done here, no academic throughout the inner seas will forget this name. Somewhere, deep within these sands, I will build history.
Mission accomplished. We have found our way back to Mons. Mostly to my efforts. We met with Aki, and Aki, and Aki, and Aki, and Aki, and Aki, and then proceeded to kill most of them. Fortunately, after the wanton murder, Reginald, who I learned was a policeman, stabilized the situation, and I am no longer wanted for murder. I hope none of this influences Edelmay in her naming conventions when it comes to my name, she has clearly put in so much extensive thought. I yearn for the day that I get a Edelmay approved name. Uh-oh. Emergency shutdown activated.
The best out.
And we never saw her again.
And we never saw her again.
Never got a name. That's the saddest story.
At the end of our last episode, you had fought much more than two similar constructs of Mons. 7 and 9. 2 golem-like, statuesque creations. One ignited by fire, one wreathed in lightning. Both seemingly furious about how things had happened after 47's arrival. And after you had finally succeeded at striking them down, up here in the upper reaches of this burning tower, 47 too had collapsed. 47. What happens during the night when the rest of the party goes to sleep?
Well.
Yes, you.
I don't know if you want me to speak as 47. So 47 actually is mostly just one crystal. There's one crystal that activates the entire 47. So when, at night, when she gets deactivated, it's basically, it's like a sleep mode, honestly.
Do you dream?
Yeah, I think lucidly. I'm not like an active soul basically, not in anything where it's like I'm thinking consciously, but probably more so in a consciousness kind of just floating. I'm a little bit lofty. I'm very closely tied to dreamlands.
With the crystal powered down, with this core that is you offline,
Right.
you're still there.
Yes.
Conscious?
Only technically. It's kind of a little bit of the, I think it would be somewhat tied to how I was created through a conduit into the dreamlands.
Are you alive?
That is a good question.
Well, who are you? Start with you. How would you briefly introduce yourself?
Well, I'm Bryn, and I'm playing 47 here, a automaton who is trying to figure out whether or not she's alive right now.
I'm Marcus. I play Marius, the Ghoul Dwarf Ranger, who, as a ghoul, is also, still trying to figure out to what extent he's alive right now.
Man, we have so much in common.
We're just jumping all over the place. I'm Colby. I play MD, the full-blooded orc rogue, who is wondering, do robots dream?
I'm Sully. I play Adelme, the itty-bitty gnomish witch, who's currently playing with rocks.
And if you enjoy our content, if you like tabletop adventures, if you like Pathfinder, if this is your first episode that you've watched of our Strange Aeons adventure or any UGT show, give us a follow. Follow the channel, subscribe if you're watching on YouTube. That's the easiest and biggest thing that you can do to help show your support and help us grow. 47, when you collapse here, it's somewhat abrupt. You have that moment of realizing that you're shutting down, but it feels different. It's unintentional, obviously. You didn't do this on purpose. Not like when you take your crystal out at night to rest and recharge. It's like you're leaving. Like the energy in this crystal, whatever it is that powers you, is simply leaving your body. And just that one moment of awareness, it shuts down. The rest of you all see 47 fall to the ground. And you even feel it. You feel yourself drop. Your vision going from the burning room to just the blank darkness of the floor in front of your face. You still feel the heat of the fire in the room. You still feel the warmth around you, but there's almost nothing else you can perceive. Faint crackling and heat. But then you hear an explosion, a blast. It sounds not immediately next to you, some distance away. At that, you kind of start and you turn your head and see yourself looking across a landscape. Blackened earth, pockets of raw iron, rivers of molten fire. And in the distance, just a gout of flame that had erupted out into the air. What must be dozens of feet tall, shooting towards a blank and black sky overhead. You look around this broken, fiery wasteland, and you see that there is a figure seated next to you. The two of you are on a ridge of stone, a cliff, a somewhat short one, but still dropping maybe 40 feet, the rock and iron below. It's not like a cliff that goes to the abyss.
Okay.
This figure seated next to you looks odd. You can't make out much of them. They have a cloak across their body, hood pulled up. Purplish, bluish hues mixing, swirling, and dancing across the fold of this cape. You just see two hands sticking out, folded in front of them, hands clasped together, seemingly made of bright, swirling stars.
Are you lost?
The figure does not immediately respond. They still stare off into the distance. You can see buildings, what looks almost like a small town of blackened stone, maybe a mile away. Wait.
Does this feel even remotely similar to anything that, because I am kind of a conduit to the Dreamlands, right? So does this have any familiarity in like the feel or energy to that, or no? Is it very different?
It feels hot. It feels oppressive, almost, but no, not particularly. You kind of pick yourself up off the ground. You move your hands to brace yourself and see not the stone pincers and fingers at the end of your frame, but golden light. You look down at yourself and you see that you too are a near humanoid figure, almost sculpted of the same matter as the sun, beaming bright golden energy. Your body nowhere in sight.
I would like to change my question. I am lost. Do you know where we are?
Oh. Avernus, to be precise. The first of its 9 layers.
I have just recently murdered many people.
No!
So, this does make sense.
I speak now not to the vessel, not to the frame crafted by mortal hands through which the spirit flows, but the spirit itself. That fragment animating that crystal. Do you hear me?
Yes. The crystal. That is my life source.
Figure turns towards you, and you can see a relief of a human face. Purple, swirling with cosmic energy, studded with stars. Even as you look on it, almost so plain and featureless, to be immemorable if not for its material makeup. It's expressionless as it looks down towards you. You know that I cannot allow this to continue.
Can you not?
You are one of very few mortals with which I am able to converse freely, capable of understanding the intent behind our messages. I have tried to reach your friends before, but they receive me as most mortals do. Visions, often terrifying, all confusing.
Excellent. Would you like me to relay a message?
The figure turns back and looks towards the little town in the distance. I cannot reach you now. I believe you know that. But given the fervor with which you have attempted to aid your companions, I know not of your plans, their purpose within them, but were it not critical, you would not abet them as you do. You do not know if they know what they seek or the ruin they will bring. If I stop them, I believe they will stop you. I give you this option. You can avert their path, or I will do what we must.
Would this destroy me?
I don't know.
I have only just begun.
Perhaps this fragment of yourself is fickle and small. Its connection to the whole weakened. Perhaps you cannot hear me, but I believe that you can. At this point, you see out of the corner of your eye movement down below. Not the flowing of this magma throughout Avernus, but figures. You two are, well, quite visible. Sitting up on this ledge. Two spined devils down below seem to be pointing up at you, conversing between themselves. This figure turns his attention down towards them. Tilts his head to the side. Curious. Two of them reach a consensus and begin to hurry towards this cliffside. What starts as a fast walk, breaking into a run, before the two of them, though they have no visible wings or means of flight, take to the air, soaring up towards the pair of you at the cliffside. Fangs bared, claws out. This figure next to you raises one hand, and in it you see a small marble of white light, glowing little. The figure just clicks its wrist, casts it out, the bead splits into two, and as these two devils shoot up towards you, one marble strikes each, immediately turning both of them into balls of moss and earth, floating islands of stone and life. Their spikes converted to leaves and branches, their bodies to gnarls of root and rock. He puts his hand back down and moves to stand. Come. If there is anything of you in this vessel, witness what you will wreak if you continue. Why these devils are still suspended in midair? Small, floating, stepping stones. This figure gestures towards them.
I would get up and be. Is this scene the future, or is this current?
It is but one of many possibilities.
What exactly would you like me to do?
Stop.
I
To abandon your path, to forgo this madness. Abandon Carcosa.
Curses where Mom's house is.
That's Cassidy.
Oh.
Most of the same level.
Sorry.
You probably have not heard Carcosa.
Okay. I am uncertain as to where our path leads, so it is difficult to derail it.
He gestures out towards the town again. And you look and you see something starting to grow around its outskirts. The figure helps you ascend these floating stepstones that were once these barbed devils, slightly higher, viewpoint to see through these leaves, these branches, down as something black begins to fester around the town. Realize as it starts to spread and grow, winding between and across the buildings. It looks almost like vines, but it's more of a ropey fungus. These caps of bigger and clearer sizes begin to grow and spread. You see this corruption start to weave across the face of Avernus, spreading throughout this layer of hell.
Do these mushrooms look familiar in any way?
Very much so, yes.
Interesting, I see.
Not only the same sort of fungus that grows out of you, but also the same kind of manifestations you see whenever Adelme heals somebody. Same magic that flows out of her. In moments, even the rivers of lava have been choked dry. These growths winding their way through the black stone, causing these buildings to crumble, the village begin to fall. Life being sucked from the surface of hell. Meanwhile, in another place entirely, 4 of you stand in a room. Much simpler, but honestly no less warm at the moment, with sheets of dried, cured skins hanging from the ceiling, separating a large area into much smaller spaces, many of them aflame. Embers eddy across the floor. The corpses of these hollow Ackies, the 2 golems 7 and 9, as well as 47 on the ground. 4 of you kind of standing around. Reginald pinches the bridge of his nose. Alright, so the good news is there's not good news. The bad news is we've somehow managed to find a fight that was even louder than the one that got me in here in the first place. So take this and the journal that he had grabbed out of the hands of this sobbing, half-melted Aki still sat on the rungs of a ladder leading yet higher in the tower. He hands out to you and then puts a hand on his head and scampers toward the ladder down. I'll go divert whatever attention this is going to bring. You finish running around in here for whatever it is you're looking to find. I'll stop us all from getting arrested at the end of this. Okay, bye.
Pretty spot on.
I was gonna, anytime that AJ can whip out his Brett impression.
Pretty good. He practiced it,
it's pretty
by the
solid.
way.
I'll take the books. Oh!
Oh my goodness. Ka-ting.
He wasn't sick. He was just doing this.
That's why we had to delay.
Whoa! Holy cow.
Remind you, this book was on fire for 3 rounds.
Oh!
Pretty well put together, man. My
18
goodness.
seconds
Oh my
that
God.
this journal was left in the flame.
Can people see this? You want to try it?
Right there, yes.
Oh, no, don't come
You
back.
seem to be losing paper. I'd be careful with that.
She's vigorously
right,
shaking
there's
it
a
and then
picture.
also surprised.
Oh my gosh, it is. Dude, how long did you burn?
About 18 seconds.
Okay.
This is
About
why
18.
you, this is why you were
That's
sick. You
only
inhaled
18
whatever.
seconds.
Yeah, dude. Okay, I gotta open. Dude, this is. I'm opening it over the side.
Right.
Oh, those are some bits. Okay. They don't have anything on them. Oh my gosh.
This is just what Cammy
This
is.
is-
Completely distracted.
Yeah, no. I'm while Cammy's distracted with the
Holy
journal,
cow.
I'm gathering the bits of 47
It,
and laying them out roughly in the shape of 47.
is
I don't
that
think she fell apart. Did she? Do you fall apart? when you
I'm
look
just like a pile of rocks.
Oh, okay, never mind. I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Pile of rocks.
is that supposed to happen with her?
I'm not sure.
Is
Help me
something-
with this.
Okay.
I don't know what else we can be doing in this
I
situation.
didn't see anything like hit her otherwise.
I'm in at this point.
Okay.
The past 2 months have been crazy, so
Yeah,
yeah,
but
figure out where this rock goes.
I just put it in the pile. I think it would when it went there.
Oh.
Mostly it's kind of pushing things into one center spot.
You accidentally push them all in the right place.
Yeah.
Because you're good with rocks.
Yeah.
He's
That's what I
fantastic
do.
at rocks.
Yeah,
If
I
we
know
know
exactly
one
what
thing about him, it's that he is great at rocks.
And door frames.
You put them together.
Awesome.
As you're kind of looking over this, you see a spark shoot out of the crystal at the center of 47. A bright blue spark jolts across it
I don't think I did that.
and shoots throughout 47's limbs. And then all three of you hear in your head a voice. Vision of this world being replaced by images of a fungus growing, collapsing on itself, regrowing, imploding. The voice says, "It reaches its tendrils through the minds of those who know of it. It reaches beyond the veil of dreams. Hurry!" And then a blue flash erupts out of 47's crystal before being replaced by this yellow glow as her body lights back up again. And you wake up on the floor.
You okay?
I have experienced something odd.
Well, let's get you standing up.
I go. The parts that the rock pile that was on next to Marius on Marius's side is remarkably well flexible, and I look over. You are remarkably crafty. Thank you.
Well, finally someone noticed.
Hey, Lily, how's it going over there?
Really struggling. Dude, I think Bill Cipher was in here. There's definitely some pages where we've lost a little bit of the material.
Oh.
But we have most of it.
I would like to mention, not to cause alarm, but I just returned from a trip to hell.
Oh.
Apparently, only the first layer, though.
Nah, that's cool.
And I met a person that was made of universe. And says
I'm gonna tune in for a second. Hold on.
What did...
he says you guys are doing it wrong. And in fact should do something else.
We don't even know what we're doing.
Doing what wrong?
That's
They keep giving us visions and nightmares and stuff that's going to happen, but they don't explain to us what we're doing.
they said to cease and desist.
No, I'm sorry.
Who said it?
The man made of cosmos.
I see.
He was very insistent on doom and destruction. Also, very savvy with mushrooms.
This is what 47 took away from it.
Okay.
It,
All. I don't know. It seems like no matter which way we proceed, somebody is coming to us with feedback that what we're doing is so bad we should just stop existing. So I don't really know what to do with that. It seems sort of old hat, doesn't it?
Why are they... It sounds like another Aeon, maybe one of the ones we've seen, but why are they trying to communicate through your construct?
can you
Thing.
describe them more specifically? How many arms? How many legs? How many heads? How many eyes?
There were the normal amount, probably. I was distracted by hell.
The hell is not the distracting part of this entire thing.
There are many odd-looking humans and creatures. There are very few
The
landscapes.
way you look,
My name's in here.
I'm not surprised.
Is
Your handwriting's so bad.
man, right? That is a renowned
it's not.
alchemist.
Let me see.
It took me forever to read this one, but it says offsite lost project, and there's question marks everywhere. Notes, a lost project notes, and it says Lao's so damn disorganized.
I could. That's alchemist handwriting. It's alive. It's a love.
Notes. Hate. I hate wizards, hate idiots, hate all of them.
Laos.
So as far as I can tell, we're gonna meet a Mun's monster. Everybody just calls it a Mun, but...
Alright, well, we need to figure out how to keep going forward.
If we change our track, we should be good to go.
At this point, I'm more prone to do the opposite of what the Aeons tell me to do. This will be the third one.
I feel like I barely even know what track we're on.
Where
we
don't
even know if we stopped.
We
See,
don't.
no, that is the thing, though, is that our goals have changed so often because the circumstances have been wild and unwieldy and unpredictable. But no matter what path we set ourselves on, it's still such an abomination that we deserve to be terminated or ordered to cease and desist from some creature that's shaped like the universe. It seems a little bit inevitable. That's exactly right.
It kind of feels like we should just... I kind of feel like you're right. Just ignore it, and the closer we get, at least then we'll... If they talk louder, we'll have an idea of where we're going and what they want us to not do.
They just need to come down and tell us in certain terms.
I have also been reading up on the butterfly effect. So, if we change what we have for dinner tonight, our path will be different.
I don't...
And we will no longer have to worry.
47, that's a great idea. I don't think it's going to change their minds that much.
Did they offer any specifics about what it is that we're doing that's so...
I cannot recall whether I got any pertinent information to what we need to do.
Sounds about right.
And also, we don't know if changing our actions actually sets us onto the track that they're trying to make us not do, because we might already be in some kind of timeline.
Can we...
Maybe.
Hey, wait. I'm gonna shelve this topic.
But I agree with Marius. Maybe we should continue with the dinner we were originally going to eat.
I mean, you don't
I don't
eat,
think
do
we
you?
have dinner plans.
Marius is reminded of the skins that are
You all...
standing
Marius
there
may have
hanging
dinner
around.
plans.
It's getting hungry. Some beef jerky younger on this room for Mario.
So, last time, at the top of this ladder that Sadmun was sitting on... Yeah, it's right there. It's
Sad
okay.
one is
That's the page.
still sitting on. Still just...
69.
We checked the... We
Nice.
checked the hatch above him, and it has a very specific lock to it.
The hatch and the ceiling. Are you okay
Well,
over
she's-
there?
No,
Italy?
that page
Well,
creepy. It's
she's-
just need more skin over and over again the whole way down.
As Edelmay is looking through that, I'm gonna...
Oh no!
I'm gonna climb back up the ladder and take another look at that latch. At
The
little
hatch
lock.
at the top of the ladder, clearly a hatch that leads up into the upper floor. Some of the damage of the fire has burnt away a little bit of the wood of the ceiling as well, seemingly more so than it has the floor. It becomes obvious that because on the ceiling it's just a very thin veneer around this hatch, and you can see the dark, rough face of lead behind it. This hatch is more a machine. Are you okay?
I've got a lot. I'm involved in a lot of conversations.
What's on? What you got going on there?
Well, this page is just eyes. And then this one is blank, but this one just says sad.
Sadmun.
Sad. Angry. Calm.
Sad, angry, calm.
It is a convoluted mechanism of
Jeez.
pipes, tanks, and nozzles that all interlock together in an incredibly complex design. It looks like it all largely builds around a socket on the edge of this nearest to the wall. The socket has a few prongs and several small pipes, looking like it probably fits into something, but what you truly do not know.
Hey, 47.
Yes.
Do you recognize this?
No.
Good. Hey, Sadmon. Yeah, he's a broken one. He's not going to be able to communicate at all.
His name is
Aki. Sad Aki. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you, 47.
You are welcome.
You're sad. You're crying.
As you look at it, most of its the apron and the lab coat it had on, across the left side of its chest and its waist is burnt away. Its face is burnt so severely that it has melted. It dripped down. A strand of this skin is fused and dried onto its own chest. You can see into the head of this thing above the mouth, just hollow space within. I do apologize. How can I help?
Oh, thank the gods. Do you know how to operate the hatch above you?
Yes, of course. It is the alchemical seal. There is a device that opens it.
Alright, a device opens it. Where's the device?
I would imagine that Father has probably left it in the lab downstairs, but I apologize. I am not sure.
Thank you. Adelmay, we're going back downstairs.
Okay. You want to see what's up there?
We can't get in. We gotta go find the key to get in. Unless there's something in that notebook that helps.
I think that it would take a little bit more time to sort of devise any real answers out of this. Do I recognize... There's a lot of these, like, runic words. Do I recognize that language at all, or...
Make me you were recalling knowledge, weren't you? Let's get it real quick. What is everyone doing here? You're probably recalling knowledge. How about the rest of you?
Good question. Marius, you go first.
ND is kind of on the lookout for any hidden mechanisms, any hidden anything, clues, figuring out maybe I don't have to go back downstairs for this. Maybe he's just up here. Maybe he's just really sad.
So you're searching, you're seeking, you're looking for anything helpful or hidden or otherwise.
I think I'm doing the same. This is such a strange room of just hanging skins. It kind of feels like there should be something. Not to trivialize a bunch of skins being hung around the room, it feels like there should be something else in this room. It's like why devote a room
So then
entirely
how about
to
you,
this?
prototype?
I can recall knowledge, since this is some place that I should have some knowledge on. So if I hear anything that I can, then I will.
Why don't she has extracted them from the
I'm
journal.
working on cleaning this up here. I'm trying. Oh god.
It's gonna be like,
I could have done that, but I kind of wanted bird fragments and
No,
bits
I
of
like
paper
I
to
like
fall
the
out
process.
when you first opened it.
It's a
really
little
artistic.
It's a little activity for me.
Somehow I feel like if these pages need to be in order for us to understand, we're
I'm
never
keeping them in order. I'm getting rid of these. And holding that because my hands are now covered in soot. I'm leaking everywhere.
Alright, my two knowledge recallers.
That's those guys.
If you want to give me a knowledge check, I will let you pick your focus. Are you looking more at the, I guess, Adelmay at the journal, and 47 probably at the latch above, or also the journal? Up to you.
I do latch.
Give you 47 give me crafting. Adelmay, I will give you a choice between either a crafting or an occultism.
I want occultism, please.
Okie dokie, so 25, 35, 39.
39. As you look up at this lock here, this is higher than you've ever been allowed in the laboratory. You didn't come up here. But you're sure you've actually seen the device that fits into before. You would not necessarily recognize the socket, because again, you haven't seen it. But there is a circular, almost like half of a dome device that Mun had sometimes that he always grabbed before he went upstairs. It itself has sockets on it for other alchemical compounds, and you're fairly positive those connect to the two hoses that are up in that notch in the ceiling. The 3 prongs, how it latches in, and more like a traditional key. Through the 39 and the laboratory downstairs, you're pretty sure you could identify the 2 compounds that Mun usually would bring up when he went upstairs to activate the lock. But it would be almost impossible to do without the actual device.
Sweet.
Which you would recognize if you saw it.
Okay.
What did you roll and what did you get?
I rolled a 7, which is a 30.
A 30, alright, that's not bad. 30 is
I'm
a good
still
number.
good at it, even
Yeah,
on
you're
a bad
still good
day.
at stuff. So I'll give you a couple things. With your occultism, a couple things about this journal. First, there are a lot of these runes. These runes in there are a kind of shorthand, actually. There is magical, I guess, language to some extent. There are incantations that make spells work. There is script that imbues power into scrolls and runes. But it's not a language necessarily. It's more an equation. It's almost as if you're putting it in your book.
Gotta keep my notes.
It's more math than it is a written language. What he is using there is a sort of, it's a magical shorthand, which is frequently used to sort of, I guess, Englishise these spells and this magic. It's not something that comes up often in alchemy, so it's interesting that it's there, as are the runic diagrams, because alchemy is just science. There's no magic involved in alchemy. That being there at all means that Mun was doing something trying to combine these 2 fields. You could probably translate these runes, because it's not like a unified language that you could see, but it looks like on each page they would be titles. And titles
Okay,
are
yeah.
summaries of the experiments.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
I just realized that I have 50 HP.
You guys are probably a little hurt. We did stop almost immediately after that last encounter last week. How are you all looking? MD's pretty burnt.
I'm
little beat up.
extremely burnt.
How's everyone else looking?
A little bruised.
A little bit. I'm a little bad.
Marius took damage?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how you
never
know it was a bad
happens.
fight.
Yeah,
I got
I
electrocuted.
got close to everything
I'm
and
not about
shoved in
that.
a corner and got a little hit.
Well, you could certainly, we're short one, Reginald Sagacious Fox. So, I will give all of you, because that's fair, it's been a couple of weeks, that before he ran off to go stop everything, he could have quickly tossed ye olden quick medicine at everyone, which at his level would give you each 2d8 plus 30 back.
Yeah,
And
roll
we'll just,
the
for the
D8.
purposes of
2d8?
2d8 plus 30, just assume you succeeded on all of
Two
them.
Ooh!
Regular succeeded on all.
46.
46.
for everybody?
Anything beyond that will be up to you guys as he hurried outside to stop the situation from getting any worse.
Okay. I'm looking where my
You do have quite a few potions you have found recently.
We do have quite a few potions.
And Cammy, who, given an investment of time,
Yeah.
can just lay on hands through everybody, but it will take some time. What do you all want to do?
I'm still at half health.
Still.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of,
so
he's got a
much,
lot of
dude.
health.
He's a growing boy.
And he lost a lot of it.
I lost
Also
a lot
lose
of
it.
lost a lot of it.
I mean, I would be okay with taking a moment. This floor seems to be relatively secure.
There's only one way up.
We know that we have to
Only
go
one
back
way up and
downstairs
only one way
anyway,
down,
so we're
so
kind
yeah,
of already waiting.
It
on
does
something.
seem like a perfectly fine place for you to rest a while if you wanted to heal.
Mhm.
What do you do per zap on lay on hands now?
Per zap right now is 36.
36?
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to take an hour, I'd say you could probably top everyone off. That also gives you some time to have Prototype 47 relay what she had seen on her brief journey to hell. For
Brief and interesting journey.
you to
Every
perhaps
time it
share
is.
with the group what you may have found this journal so far. Of course, it's going to take some time to unravel what all it may have. I thought you might miss your dirty paper, so I thought I'd bring you some.
I do. I love this. I like taking it apart.
And MD and Marius just play dice.
Yeah, I do actually, as an automaton,
Start gambling.
I do have to. I use actually something similar to focus points as well.
Oh, okay.
So I go through. I do need to take in between things at like 10-minute break to generally realign.
Kinda like
There's a lot of,
recalibrate, yeah.
there's like a lot of moving parts on 40.
A lot of moving rocks and all of them exploded.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
it's
And
like-
fortunately now I actually also have Marius to help because he is remarkably good with rocks. So
Extremely good with rocks.
You gotta go through the boot sequence.
Yeah.
Anyway.
exactly.
I have a question while studying this journal.
Okay.
Was Morse code invented already? Do they have that here?
It's a different universe. I don't know.
Earth
No,
technically existed.
don't play
didn't
with me like that. Hey, does anybody here know Morse code? Like off the top of your head?
No,
Oh.
Nick
No,
would.
but I could. I mean,
I was mostly looking
think-
at Marcus. Seems like the type who would.
I should by
You've
now.
been typecast.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Almost
I am
correct.
just kind of curious, like to see, like,
Because
I mean, I
this
could look.
page is plastered to the back of it with it's melted into it. I can't
Well,
remove it.
see.
It's raining. This is why.
Played a board game that had Morse code involved.
Morse code.
That it's definitely Morse code.
Yeah. That might be something we have to look at.
I will tell you, we can deal with that a bit later. There's
It's a little puzzle.
There's no immediate urgency to that. Certainly no immediate urgency to any of this, I
There's an
suppose.
S.
It's just.
He knows S.
You should know S, and I would hope you can get O.
There's an O.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like, those are
It is
two-
Morse code.
those are two-
3 dots, 3 dashes, 2 dots.
That means that's probably
Save our
enough.
ship.
I'm just gonna analyze this like it's like.
I thought you know it.
Alright, well,
Oh my
Anyway, you want to
gosh.
give us a summary of what you have found in this burnt journal that you have taken?
Yes. So summary. It seems to detail through. So we know that you're 47. We know, of course, that there's lots of others, and there's just about a page devoted to almost everybody in here with ingredients and notes and process, just sort of detailing each experiment. Number 71 needed more skin. It's a little bit nonsensical. It's kind of hard to follow in any precise manner what's actually going on. Number 68 seems significant. That page just has alive written all over it. And 67 just says a bunch of so close. I haven't even looked at your
your
page actually yet.
siblings.
Are there any interesting writings on 47?
Says this is it.
Yes.
Magic infused into a frame.
Excellent.
There's a little burnt there, just like 4 through 9.
Mm.
I4 dead end. I.S. This is hard to read.
It's
The next
A little
one
burnt,
immediately
isn't it?
after says can't replicate what Adelmay that has burnt did without hiring a wizard.
Stupid wizards.
So then he starts incorporating magic into the science. Wizard recommended a 3. He sought out. There's another wizard suggestion on number 50. He hates the wizards on number 51.
How long does this take?
Huh?
How long does this take,
A
Adrian?
little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, the skin idea happened on 52.
All right.
Flesh samples are involved. There's
She got
organ
herself a
failure.
little book to read at night.
So, Edelme is why I'm perfect.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're perfect.
I'm humming. There's like a little cat purr. It's like a little cat purr from the side. You hear like a motor's rattling inside, and it's like,
You have no moving parts. You're just rocks.
yeah, it rocks. But you know, I explode half the time. It's really hard to tell what exactly is happening with
Yeah,
47.
What?
47's something. There's some
Enigma.
stuff going on there.
An enigma. Right then.
The most readable is the final page, which would be 82, although that's scratched out for whatever reason. There is a map. It is burnt heavily, but there is what, like, sort of remains of the map. And then there's a paragraph, like an entry, and it says, "Have to go. Lowls needs me. I told him I was busy. Aki is too important. My friend said to go." A friend is referenced many times, but not named. "I will find purpose. I will find answers. The divine will guide me." So close. And then there's a path detailed that is mostly on land, and then the note, "Just take a boat."
Almost reads just take a bath. I'm pretty sure his
Just
friend.
take a bath.
That's what I read when I looked over and glanced. Just take
It's
a bath.
hard to read.
I'm pretty sure the friend refers to the friend upstairs.
The friend.
That's got it. Yes, probably. Oh, yeah. Aki isn't really. My friend told me there's more to do. Gave me a small gear, called it Divine Spark, so that I was ready. So close.
Okay. We're going downstairs, Edelman.
I will
Okay.
warn that upstairs.
You're getting. Sorry.
Upstairs,
This is so exciting.
I know.
You gave them a toy.
I'm like so.
We may
I
never-
love the two ends of the
Yeah,
table are
that's
just playing with their toys right now.
Yeah.
Which is why I have all of these pictures.
This is so cool.
all the
but-
pictures
yeah.
are over here. I had a couple that we could put up, so like you guys in chat can see what they're playing with
This is
here.
amazing.
'Cause,
This
like,
is so cool.
I took a lot of pictures of a lot of the pages of this.
We may never hear from Marcus again.
Marcus is gone.
No.
Marcus is gone into the coding void.
thought you would know it.
I'm
Right.
trying to copy it down now.
We're
Okay, good.
moving downstairs.
Yeah, sure.
You
That's
pull Edelme. And 47, you starting to say something?
Under the
I
arm.
will warn that upstairs is never healthy for the people returning. I have never been this high in the building.
47. My existence for the past 3 months hasn't been healthy.
Well, I would warn against upstairs for you, then.
What do you mean not help? What happens to the people who come back from
Yeah.
upstairs?
When Mun returns from the attic, he is normally drained and unhappy. More so than usual.
It's great.
You think from attic proper or just
Yes.
Okay.
And if he was drained, is there usually a number associated with that?
300. No.
What does drain mean? Right. Well, we'll, I guess, figure that out when we get there.
And
Yeah.
a blessing for assisting the chosen,
Aw.
a hero point, and a bless from Asane 221 to Bryn/47.
Thank you, Asane.
Are you familiar with blesses? We don't have to come up that often. Well, you don't look at it.
No, I'm
it's
not
a
looking at
secret.
it. Okay. It's a
When
secret.
the next time in combat that you hit somebody with a natural 20, doesn't have to crit, it has to be natural 20, or they roll a natural 1 on a save against something like, I don't know, exploding, you flip over that bless. There's going to be 4 effects on there. You pick which one is your favorite.
Oh.
If it says they straight up die, well, that's triple damage instead of straight up die.
Oh. I mean, first of all, Asane went out of his way to give me this bless, so I feel like if it is an instant kill, I feel like it should be an instant
Triple
kill.
damage is pretty close to instant kill in most situations.
Okay. Well, he's given me a great Hero point. The hero point is called Monkey's Handshake.
What
so
the heck?
I'm gonna read this, and I hope you all figure it out
All
someday.
right, fair enough. As you make your way back down the ladder, down the stairs, past the angry Aki in the study, back to the ground floor, where you were quickly met once more by the first Aki.
The
They were
calm
above you
Aki.
at the door. Calm Aki, you can say.
Yes, that would be number. Hold on. Number 79. Maybe.
Indeed.
Really?
My creator had originally dubbed me number 79, but then decided after my creation to retroactively name all of us Aki.
That's
Oh.
good for you, buddy.
Oh yeah, I see that. Number 80.
Having,
Yeah.
having a name is a nice thing, even if you share it with 15 other people.
Well, he says that you're very focused.
He's very good at his job. 47. Tell Aki what we're looking for.
What are
The
we?
way into the attic.
Oh, Aki, we are looking for the key to the attic.
Oh, let me think. I believe that the last one had accessed the attic. He had taken the lift downstairs and may have left it in the lower surgery. You might check there.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe that last time Mun used the key to the attic, he went to the basement and left it there.
Thank you, 47. That's very helpful.
Now there is a pretty big hole in the center of the room here. There is a gap in this entryway where you can actually look down into the lower surgery. This lounge is an interesting area. You can see that the room below, the floor is about 20 feet down. It's a pretty tall room. And you can see a large work table set down below you, a little askew at an angle on a bunch of dingy white tiles. From here, due to the angle of this and the rails around the edge of it, you can't really see much more of the room itself, other than that it appears to be perfectly well lit, like all the rest of the tower, other than the Room of Skins. And of course, in the bottom left, the southwestern corner of this room, you can see a lift. The lift is simple. A platform surrounded by almost an oversized metal bird cage of well-wrought filigreed bars. Inside there is a lever, which is currently just up at the very top in its upper position, and looks like it would quite easily move to send the lift down. The lift, however, is relatively small. You couldn't really fit more than two of you in it at a time.
I can just jump down.
My favorite part of the house is the lower basement.
Well, why?
Because there is a handsome and strong robot who may one day return my feelings.
Oh, she has a
Oh,
crush.
is that so?
Right.
What's his name?
We call him the old alchemical robot.
Oh, okay. So, kind of like a title.
That's true. I should consider asking his name.
Wow.
Nah, I think you should.
That's adorable. Alright then, the lift. Who's going down on it?
I volunteer.
Okay. I mean, I guess we're all heading down, so
Oh, two at a time.
I'll go with prototype.
Cool.
Come on.
I'm just gonna go over to the hole in the floor and just wait for me to hear them hit bottom.
You're just looking over.
Yeah.
So
If it
47.
only holds two, technically speaking, could we also bring one more if I'm one of the two?
If several of you were small, yes.
Okay.
But because only one of you is small, you still can't fit more than two. You could fit functionally 4 units of space. A medium creature is 2, a small creature is 1.
Okay.
So if there 2 of you were small, you could fit 3 in there. But
If I rode on somebody's shoulders,
well, the thing is, it's enclosed, so it's not really high enough.
I mean,
to do
you
that
can ride on my
if I
shoulders
was
and I jump
held
down.
like a baby.
If we
You'd still be taking up most of the
Okay.
space.
If I hold you,
Could we fit her in a bag of holding?
well,
No,
The other-
let's not.
Well, wait a minute.
Oh no! Oh no!
all right.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
47 eagerly gets in the lift, literally glowing with excitement, and Cammy or Edelmay gets in with her.
Yes.
All right. As you get in, you see that there is a collapsible kind of gate on the front of this that extends that can be closed, and there is that lever on the side. Quickly realize that the lever will not move until the gate itself is actually closed. So you slide the gate across,
Oh, shit.
pull the lever down, it clunks kind of heavily to a central position, and with a loud, repeated clicking sound of a chain moving through the walls, the lift starts to descend. It's not quick. This is not a high-rise elevator here. This is slowly kind of tick. It probably takes about 15, 20 seconds to go the 20 feet from here down to the bottom, of where it settles down into its spot with a thud in the corner, allowing you to open the gate once more. As the two of you descend and your view passes the level of the floor, you get to see the lower surgery in its entirety. Around the walls on the west, the east, the north are dim, stained glass windows. Somewhat of an odd choice for a basement level, as there's no light flowing through them, just the illumination from the lanterns inside the room itself. Each of them depicts an angel with their hands inside the body of a smiling patient, shining light erupting from their wounds. There's very neat rows of alchemical gear along the walls. A huge vat of some substance across from you in the southeastern corner of the room, and a construct standing in the opposite corner. A huge automaton, 12 feet tall, of wood, glass, and tubes.
My goodness.
Capped on its, head, it is mostly humanoid, with a dome filled with a bubbling green substance, glowing dimly, a brain visibly floating within. It has two almost human eyeballs just set in metal racks affixed with tubes that over towards the lift as it comes down and watches the two of you advance. Its eyes meet Cammy's, and the whole of the creature turns to face you, but doesn't come any closer. Just watches.
Is he not totally dreamy?
He's something. What did you say?
Its
His-
hands are tipped with wicked needles. Huge syringes filled with a viscous black fluid that pipes back to a series of tanks throughout its body and across its shoulders. It is a hideous creature.
You know what?
First of all,
Oh.
okay.
Horrifying
I'm gonna
creature.
call down. Like, hey, are you guys at the bottom yet?
I'm being very quiet right now. I'm not really sure what, like, I don't know if this guy's scary. Oh my gosh, he's.
You see, as 47 starts to walk in, it's like awkward. Like the movements are like one side first, and then the other side second, and then one side first.
Hey, wait, one second.
You stay in the lift and 47's walking out, and the golem changes its view to 47 and just watches.
Hello. Do you come here often?
Leaning on nothing.
I'm just leaning on the wall.
You're still in the lift. Edelmay, you're still back there, just kind of watching. You can tell as 47 approaches.
Who's into you?
my
Does
gosh.
come here. Do you? I am embarrassed. I have not asked your name.
At this point, you can see 47 through this whole kind of approach in the middle of the room, and you can hear the whirring and creaking of this machine that you can't see in the corner under the floor. Will be almost directly underneath you. Edelman's still looking at the lift, just kind of
I'm
watching.
kind of looking for. Is there like a rope or a part of the lift that I could or like maybe banging on the walls? I'm trying to. I don't want to scream up, "Hey, you should come down
So
here."
the elevator shaft is pretty open. So at the top, there's just the other half of the thing that you'd slid across to close it, but it's just a hole. It's not like an elevator door that's closed. Like if Marius at the top of the lift, he can just see you.
Okay.
Like you're right there in the open.
I'm gonna look up.
He's over. He's
up.
over in the center. But I imagine Marius, are you over by the lift?
Yeah, I would, once we're all starting to move over there, get ready.
Deep in the Morse code.
See a tiny blip of an Edelmate at the bottom of this lift. Just
20 feet is not that far.
But I'm small. It's just like motions. Just like, hurry down. You should hurry down. And
No.
then I'm gonna get off the lift, just kind of sneakily. This guy's freaking me out.
As
I'm
soon
a
as
little scared.
You step off the lift, it immediately
Oh, hey!
it comes towards you, taking a couple of steps out towards the middle of the room.
I'm back on the lift.
Its hands up.
No,
and
no, wait,
I
I
see
can.
it?
Let me go back on the lift. Let me
You
go.
see it come
No.
out. Right, you see it right at the edge, right like under the overhang
Hey,
now.
Marius.
Hands up, but Edelman gets back on the lift and it stops.
We're going down.
Wait, I have to stay on here.
Oh, it's
There's a-
assistant.
I think
47. And you just look up and you
Yes.
see me. Do you see the thing we're looking for?
And I like slowly take my eyes off of this handsome, lovely looking automaton that's just drawing exactly just a yellow blush over the entirety of 47.
It's cute.
Like dragging the face away to look at something else and like fluttering my non-existent eyelashes.
So if you're gonna switch to seeking,
Okay.
you give me a perception check. I will give both of you two that are also searching your own perception checks from the top, and you give me a crafting check. Edelman, because you're thinking.
I'm extremely distracted right now. I mean,
You
to
don't
be
say.
fair, I get
No
a total of 19.
Total of 19.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you don't see it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What, you roll a 1?
I rolled a 3.
Okay.
got
You
it.
do not see it.
I wanted to save this. I rolled so bad though. So I'm going to cash in this hero point from Oroka-san, as Cammy tries to settle her fear. This creature is unsettling. It is multiple times her size as she grips onto the side of the lift, looking out still. Oh, so
It's on
much
par with
better.
Reese. What are you talking about?
So while you're getting that, what do you got, Marius?
It's perception.
Yes.
All right.
You're searching, right?
Yeah. It was a natural 20 for 41.
Whoa!
I got 26, man.
Okay, you don't see anything.
Yeah.
You're up top. You see there's a room down there, and there's this big wooden needle robot. You, with a billion, looking down the shaft here, see that the frame of this lift, especially for you, would be exceptionally easy to clamber up and down. To the point, if you know what you're looking at, it's not super obvious. It's almost as good as a ladder once you look at it for a second. Anyone else who's particularly proficient at climbing, could scramble up this 20 feet with 2 actions fairly easily. The lift itself taking like 2 or 3 entire rounds to actually move. You can also see, as you're looking around the space, that, well, anyone could take the drop to the floor. That'd be pretty easy if you have catfall. 20 feet's not that bad. The table positioned kind of just under it is pretty big and hefty, but not as solid as it looks. And probably exactly one time that could pretty easily cushion a drop down into the middle of the room.
Okay. It looks like, you're strong enough you could probably climb down this like a ladder real quick. Marius has catfall and is just going to jump.
Yeah, I have catfall as well. We just both jump.
Are you
I
just
should
jumping
get
right
out of the
now?
way.
I saw a big scary thing
It
advancing.
stopped, but like,
Yeah. 47 didn't see anything, right? You relayed that?
I have not. forgotten his name.
What was your total?
33 on that. reroll.
33 on your crafting checks. Pretty banger. What you're looking at across the room is just a pretty cut and dry alchemical golem. It's looks like a.
How's that have 2 cards?
It looks like a kind of surprisingly strong one. It looks very well made. It's not terribly surprising considering from everything you've seen about Mon and his insanity. He does at least seem to know what he's doing. It's got a hero point in it, so that's cool from Nebula 315. But
Thank you!
That's a really cool feature.
I've
really
read
neat
this
feature.
story.
It's a golem. It's a big robot. It's gonna be more resilient to damage than you probably expect it to be. It's gonna be pretty hard to hit it with magic damage. That said, since so much of it is glass, it is extremely susceptible to sonic damage. It is extremely susceptible to sonic damage. It's made of glass. Sonic damage hurts it a lot.
One more time
It's
for us?
sonic damage.
I don't have that type.
So it's
When you come
I
down,
got-
Edelman's just
Sonic
mumbling
damage, so
something
we
about
gotta go
sonic
fast.
damage.
I got
There's so much
bludgeoning, piercing,
glass.
and slashing. That's all.
you
That's
can
all I got.
also see that while it is a golem, it is a machine. It's not immune to crits or anything. It's very pressurized. So hitting it in particularly vital areas may have a little bit of feedback.
As a
May not
group-
be all good.
As she just read off her hero points, I've read this story before.
You remember this one.
I've done
You
this.
remember this
I've done
one?
this in 2 different campaigns.
You've been here.
Yeah.
You've seen this play out previously.
Yeah.
Please stop critting it.
I'm
the
going-
Roshin story.
I'm going to take a lot of damage.
Now it's your turn to be in the front.
She's
But
not-
it is currently just standing.
We're coming down. Give us.
I think I could find it with some time investment alone with the old alchemical robot.
All right.
47, I need you to focus up here because listen, they're about to jump down here and I don't want to fight this. But it likes you. Right. So why don't you
How can you tell?
I can tell because when I step out it wants to kill me and when you step out it doesn't. So if you want to take one more really good look before we have to resort to fighting,
I mean,
That would be really great.
19's what she got. She got what she's got.
Yeah.
okay.
Why is Squid at 2, B at 3, Goober? Okay. Villain point from Link 1429. I take. Thank you.
We're coming down.
Alright, I will grip, just try and make myself as small as possible.
On the-
I'm not exiting the lift, even if they're jumping onto it. I just am trying not to be hit
On
by
the
the
count of
jump.
3,
1,
2.
Wait, are we counting up or down?
It doesn't matter. we just both jump. we go to count. We just look at each other.
The can't fall, homies.
Yeah.
Jump over the railing into the center of the room.
Superhero landing.
This elicits probably exactly the reaction that you would expect from the alchemical golem here. That immediately strides forward, hands up, aggressive, ready to attack.
High five.
And the two of you down here, now that you have a better view, can see that while 47 was so distracted with the beautiful, picturesque face of this horrible monstrosity, you can see a circular, dome-like device socketed into its waist
I knew it.
behind one of the tanks.
Good job. 47, you found it.
And it is here. We will take our midstream break. So we're going to stand up, stretch our legs, grab some snacks, get some water. Hydration's important. If you've stuck with us this far, please give us a follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Easiest, freest thing you can do to help tell the algorithm that rules our lives that you like this content, you want to see more of it, you think more people should see it too. We're working at this. That'll be a really cool journal. We'll post a lot of pictures of it in the Discord later,
Journal.
which
There's
you
a
should
pile.
also join, because there's a lot of stuff in there to be unraveled. You can kind of get as much information out of that as you want to. We'll be posting all that stuff, so hop in, follow the rest of our social medias. And if you want to check out some of our partners down below the channel, like Arkenforge, that I'm about to use to run this combat when we come back,
No, it's going to be diplomacy.
or Easy Roller, who, via the generosity of my really cool party, gave me this D20 I'm about to beat y'all to death with. Or any of our other partners. Discount code UGT Show gets you some nice discounts and helps support us as well. Don't go too far, everybody. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. As we left off before the break, MD and Marius had jumped down into the lower surgery, the basement of Mun's alchemical tower, much to the displeasure of its current resident, an alchemical golem, tasked with defending this lab. It was okay to let Prototype 47 in the room, as you belong here, but seemed a little upset about anyone else setting so much as a toe off the lift, so the two of you jumping in is certainly going to lead us to a battle. So everybody roll me some initiative. And then we're going to go around the table, give me your results, and briefly reintroduce yourselves. We'll start with Edelman.
I'm Adelman.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Great intro.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Sully. I play Adelman, the itty-bitty gnomish witch who rolled a 34.
Ooh, banger.
I'm Colby. I play MD, the full-blooded orc rogue. I'm going to ask this question because it doesn't come up very often. Since we're jumping down into
I had the
combat,
thought, actually.
can we
of
use
letting you
acrobatics instead
for
of
initiative.
perception?
I will let you and Marius use acrobatics.
Okay.
Is that
And Bryn,
That's
you
better
want
for me.
to pivot your mic a little bit because it's playing kind of off his piece.
That'll give me a 32 total. I'll roll 11 on the die.
32? Yep. 47.
Hello, I'm Bryn. I'm playing 47, our automaton inventor over here. I got a 19
Total?
total.
You're staring soulfully into those weird, mostly disembodied
What?
little eyes.
Could you get? I mean, first of all, I don't know how everybody here isn't just transfixed
So-
by this beautiful being.
What Easy saw in Reese.
Marius. A hot chick?
That cannot.
Bro,
That's
not the
what,
same.
that's what 47 sees in this.
We've already done the hear me out, like.
hear me out,
Talk.
alchemical golem.
I'm Marcus. I play
Where's
Marius, the Gold Dwarf Ranger. I was tied with Edelmay until we swapped to acrobatics, so now I've got a 36.
Oh.
That's better.
I gotta go fast.
Dang.
Sonic damage.
Alrighty, I'm going to use a villain point here. And this is my
That's
older
really
one.
Do
good.
you see that rumbling
Excuse
voice?
you.
I've got
Like-
3. I've got one from Amazon, one from Link 1429. I'm actually not sure who the third one is for. I'm so sorry. Whoever gave me that one forever ago, thank you. It was probably Azentrock, I imagine. But I'm actually going.
Book 2.
Could have possibly been a character from book 2. I'm going to villain point to roll twice
Or 3.
for the Golem's initiative. And I will be taking the natural 20.
Oh, nice.
There's a 20 and a
we
2. Those are two very
Marius.
different numbers.
Marius is next to me.
So let's see. Yeah, Marius be in the middle of the room. MD be in the middle of the room. Our large fella took a step forward, so he's up here right next to you guys. Reginald's not present, unfortunately. Tammy's in the lift, and 47's back here.
We tried very hard.
Marius is.
So, that's a 30. What'd you get?
6.
9. Natural 20, just
No.
barely beating Mario. What'd you roll?
13.
Yeah, jeez. I was
Oh
like,
my
I feel
gosh.
like I would not.
Get wrecked, dude.
Natural 20 barely beat you 13.
Yeah.
Man's fast.
Maybe we'll be okay.
So,
No.
this thing, immediately, arms raised, you see these syringes, these needle-like appendages on its hands. But it reaches a hand out towards the two of you that both just jumped down. MD just happens to be the closest. Not as a strike, it just points at you, and the fingers expand and fold back entirely along its wrist, revealing a tube in its hand. And when they pressurize, boom, a bomb shoots out.
Okay.
into the direct point blank face of MD.
Bonk.
Oh my. Oh my.
It is a 30 to hit.
Well.
It does not.
It is super point blank. Super point blank is not the best for this.
I stand up, see like a
And it shoots and hits the table behind you, exploding, dealing 3 points of splash damage, fire splash damage to you, to Marius, and it is immune.
You said 3.
3. It's just the splash damage because it was a miss. And then it will be followed by a second, boop, as it lets another bomb loose from this. So, with the -5, that'll be 2 higher, 32.
32 will actually hit.
32 will actually hit. Okie dokie. Need my d8s. Dodge the first one. Don't quite dodge the second one.
No one expects second boom.
No one expects second bomb. Oh, kind of low roll. Very low roll, actually. 12 points of fire damage, 3 points of fire splash to both of you, so 15 total for MD. And then with its other hand, it's next to one of these stained glass windows. A patient laying down on the floor, light beaming out from their chest as the angel reaches down with their hands. The left hand of the golem balls up and just reaches out and smashes the glass. It still has the tube pointed towards you. And as the glass shatters, sludge bursts out from behind it. A pile, a wad of sticky, viscous, off-white paste slops out onto the floor.
It's never simple.
And it gets a
Oh.
22 on initiative, which is going to put it probably way down here.
Yeah,
It's still above me.
before the 19.
Oh my gosh.
Marius.
But we don't like that. Marius is gonna hop away into the far corner, basically opposite of Cammy.
Oh, over by this big
Hey, then.
mysterious vat.
Is there a bat?
And the orange thing in the corner down there?
No,
Oh,
let's say
fu-
top left.
Top left. Okay, up here.
Yeah.
Boink.
Boink.
And wait for the repeated explosions.
Mm-hmm.
Smart.
And they hunt prey. And on the 2 of them, I can do that again. And I'll give him a couple shots. We'll see. We'll see what a couple shots do. Natural 20
Great news for MD.
and a 2.
Please stop.
Natural 20 is going to crit. As your arrow strikes, singing out from your bow here, it goes directly into these, one of the central tanks in this golem's chest. Perfect crit. It hits, shattering the glass, and the chest of the golem explodes outward in a blast of fire. Make a reflex save, MD.
I got a 19 on the die.
You're probably fine.
That's a total of a 40.
Yeah, you're fine. He's ready for the third explosion. Fool me 3 times.
Shame on me.
And you duck under this gout of fire as it explodes.
Can I go back upstairs?
Now let's see if the
How high can you jump?
You're in
if the
a
new
lift.
ooze is great reflex saves historically. Yeah, that's a fail. Almost a critical fail. Almost a critical fail. The ooze next to it is going to catch this blast of fire. So let's see. Let's write. And it's going to take this many damage. That many damage. 31 points of fire damage. It's weak to fire. It's going to take significantly more than that. But as you see the fire lick across the surface of this thick, paste-like ooze, you see it start to move faster. It starts to thaw and burn, and it gets quicker. It gets runnier. It speeds out of the window and onto the floor. It is quickened. That means it's going to get an extra action.
Okay, so
I need someone else to take care of the ooze.
okay. So the damage I got, I rolled very poorly, so pretty low. It was 14 points of piercing, 4 sonic damage, and a deadly D10 for another 4, so it's 22 total with
Okay.
4 that being.
It does pretty strongly resist the arrow. Fortunately, you hit it right in the glass, and double fortunately, Sonic does great against glass. Why don't you roll me an extra 5d8?
Oh,
Whoa.
Whoa!
What?
Whoa!
You get to roll more
Here's
dice?
the D8.
It takes an additional 5d8 damage from the Sonic on his arrow.
it's not weak. It's just like
Oh, girl.
explodey.
We gotta figure out how to do more
15.
of that.
15, an extra 15 points of damage.
Whoa.
All right.
This is your moment.
Yeah, I do.
is your
And
moment.
it is pinned, I think, right, with the
Right, not immune to crit, so it's kind of stuck to the
And
wall here.
I don't know if it matters, but it needs a DC 24 fortitude save or it's deaf.
It's not deaf. I'm not confident it can hear anyway, but it made the save.
Such a good question.
Interesting.
There's so
It doesn't appear. It is a brain in a jar strapped to a huge body. All right, is that it for you, Marius?
Yes.
And Kemi, got any sonic damage back there?
I'm looking. I'm like double checking. Not there. There's a lot going on. I'm going to. Okay, my first question is. So I was recalling knowledge at the beginning of the fight, and then Bones will get a little free recall.
Yeah, I get
knowledge.
you had that when you came out of the lift. You know what it is. You know it's alchemical.
Okay, that was that one, and I don't get a new one in combat. Like maybe for the ooze that just spawned.
I'll give you one of those.
Yes!
Okay.
You gotta negotiate, folks.
You gotta negotiate.
You gotta
Oozes are
negotiate.
occultism. What's your modifier?
Oh, so big. It's 23. Wait, it's 25 because I
Okay,
have
you passed.
a
You passed.
crown.
Okay.
Yeah.
You and your billion occultism.
How much?
That
So
ooze
much.
seems to be made of animal fat, of tallow. It's very thick, it's very, very sticky, and it's extremely greasy. Being the makeup that is the makeup of its body, any kind of bladed, piercing, or slashing weapon is going to be functionally useless. And while it is quite weak to fire, fire thins it and makes it faster and stronger.
But it
Maybe-
will also hurt it.
It will hurt it. Cold will do the opposite.
Oh, guys. Some people may not like what I'm about to do on a couple of turns. But I know that magic doesn't really hit the other one. So
Yeah, you know about golems and magic. We've had this time before.
well, I got to gotta do something with my turn. I'm going to. I'm not leaving the lift.
Live seems
Not
like a good
me.
place to be.
Couldn't be me. Instead, I'm going to, kind of ducking out from around the corner, looking over towards Marius, and I'll be like, shoot for the glass! The glass! Sonic, that's all I know! Stoke the heart! I'd like to take cover for my other action.
That's probably wise.
I think it's a good
We've
spot
seen it go
for me to do that.
twice already, so don't blame you.
You gotta know where your battles are. Sometimes
Okay.
you have to know your limits.
So you take cover, you stoke, you have one left?
Yes.
I forgot I got it for free. That's so crazy. I don't know what I will do.
Take double cover. No,
Take double cover.
No.
She goes prone.
You could. I mean, that's like,
That's crazy.
I don't think it stacks. They're both circumstance bonuses. But if you ever need to take cover from a ranged attacker and you're in the open,
You
going
know
prone
what?
does give you a big bonus.
I'll cast shield.
Pink. That's a lot of fire and explosions. Nuh-uh.
It's
Pink,
a one
not
action
me.
sitch, and I'm
This
not.
is a happy fire laboratory. I'm done with this now. MD.
I was hoping beyond hope that Immobilize made them flat-footed naturally. Does not. It's
He just
wild.
can't leave the square.
He can't move.
He's like stuck to the wall, but he can still move. He just can't get away from that.
Immobilize says they cannot move.
Take 8 temp HP. Thank you to the lovely person who so kindly reminded me of that in the YouTube comments. Take temp HP.
It's 15
Every time
feet
you get,
from
every time you
you.
get stuck.
You take temp HP.
You get 8. temp
8.
HP. So at the beginning of this, since I'm going to get blasted a lot, I'm going to use this cool hero point from, I have it written down because I remember this. Oroku-san, big and red and bloody. This combat, at the end of each of my turns, I gain temp HP equal to half my level,
Okay.
plus my
6.
constitution modifier.
Oh, a lot.
So 11. If I have temporary hit points already, I add that total to the temp HP I already have.
Okay, Infinity Health.
Dude, these
All right,
new,
these are
new
kinda- these
hero
are
points
crazy.
really like.
All right, so you get 11 health a turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna need it.
Probably.
And I'm going to shift. I do a quick flick of the wrist, and the War Razor I have in my hand shifts as it envelops my fist, and a blade grows out from the center, and 2 more hook blades from the side come out into an orc punching dagger, orc knuckle dagger, a little bit bigger. We like bigger weapons here. And then for my other 2 actions, I'm going to swing out with the shield and just punch. So I'm going to do a twin feint.
Okay.
So the first one is a normal attack with a 7 on the die. That is a total of 30.
30, you collide with its body, but not hard enough to make an impact. Close, but no on a 30.
So that one bounces off, and then the dagger comes in right afterwards. It's flat-footed against this attack. 9 on the die, so it's not going to be any better. It's going to be the exact same thing because it's agile and his AC is 2 less.
Yeah, you're gonna be 2 less. He's gonna be 2 less. Well, still a just barely no.
We tried.
There was an attempt.
I get 11
Your shield and your knife thudding into the body of this thing. Did I mention you're on fire? Take 3 persistent fire damage.
Cool, I have 8 temp HP.
Ooze. Ooze is also on fire. And since it's on fire, that's just gonna continue re-triggering the thinning every turn until that goes out. Oh, it didn't hit directly. It's actually not on fire. It's just the fire damage comes from the explosion. It was the crit that did that. But it's quickened, so it's gonna use its extra slipperiness to just sort of jet out towards the closest thing here, shooting directly out from the window, sliding across the floor with a squeaking sound. You can see the grease not just being left behind it, but spilling out across the floor all around it. It's gonna slurp over towards MD and just slap directly into him. Make a fortitude save.
That's what it is.
Do I get a flat check for the fire?
Yes, it's a regular.
I rolled a 19.
Oh, you are no longer on fire.
And then a fortitude. Roll. That's funny. 26. I rolled a 4 on the die.
And it is just going to continue to slide across the room all the way to the far wall, rolling over and subsuming MD entirely. You are inside the sludgy boy.
Not again.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
You take 19 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are engulfed, which means several things happen. This thing is all just kind of around you. It's a big, pasty, hot wad of grease. You are grabbed. You are slowed 1, which means you only have 2 actions on your turn. You cannot breathe, which means a lot of things. It's a lot. It's not a good one. You're familiar with that. Generally, the only way out of engulfing is for you or somebody else to manage to cut you free, or to attempt to use acrobatics or an unarmed strike to pull your way out yourself. You're free until you're stuck until something frees you. Then, hitting the wall, it's going to just continue to slip down the wall over towards Marius. Use 2 actions to eat MD, quickened action to slide down the wall, and make a strike at Marius with its 3rd action.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Fast.
No!
Oh no.
Guys,
Yeah.
guys.
It's going to be a 38 to hit.
Yep. I feel like my plan for this turn has changed, actually.
A lot of stuff changed.
It's going to
I
be
actually don't even care about that big guy anymore.
23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, okay.
And you feel greasy.
Uh-oh.
Ew.
A little slick.
Uh-oh.
Call
Prototype.
me
I
out. I
will-
know we haven't showered much, but
I'm gonna try so hard not to explode this turn. You
don't even
It's okay.
understand.
It's okay.
I'm considering making us all explode, so, you know.
And everybody heard the fire and is like, well, what if I risked it?
That's a sacrifice.
different.
I did
That's
it,
a
but it's still
sacrifice
doing
I'm
damage.
willing to make.
Built different.
Okay.
At least we're all on the same page.
Prototype manages to draw her face away. She's like,
Indy's gone.
I feel there has been a misunderstanding. And she, like, zoops over, she sees MD just like, woo! And I'm like, oh no. I am going to, just in the burst of adrenaline, overdrive. Attempt to overdrive, which is what we're trying to get
You
at.
gotta respect
Alright, you got this queen.
Ooh, 19 on the die.
Ooh! Is that
we
crit success?
happen-
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually it is, yes. Critical
You get
success.
super overdrive.
Yes.
There is an upside to having to roll for it, which is the crit is crazy good.
The critical overdrive, this is called critical overdrive, adding a great power to your attacks. Your strikes deal additional damage equal to your int modifier for 1 minute. It does make me a little unstable for a while afterwards, but you know,
Fine.
little things, guys.
So as you
little
overdrive,
things.
you see this ooze that has scooped up MD start to congeal again after the fire damage is starting to thicken.
Okay, and then just
gross.
as the
Or being in it.
is piercing damage okay for trying to get someone out? Does it just have to be just for like it engulfed?
So with engulfing normally, it needs to be, where is... Needs to be piercing or slashing
Okay, sweet.
damage
Excellent.
from a
That's what I was
single hit.
Fun
That's
fact,
what I'm
we
looking
learned
for.
that it's pretty good at defending against those.
What do you
Sweet.
do?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and pierce it.
All right, so
I'm in mega.
rushing
mega
across
overdrive.
the room towards this you see 47 take off and hit this streak in the middle of the room and
Woo!
whoop! Make me an acrobatics check.
Okay, that's a
You're on
16
its
on the
trail?
die, 15 plus 15, so 31. 31. I was like, woo!
So
Keep
when
going.
you hit the
Morris.
slime, it takes an additional action to stop falling.
Okay,
So you will get to the ooze with one action left,
perfect.
as you had to suddenly
God.
take an action to balance.
Okay, excellent. I'm going to use Clockwork Celerity, which is unstable. I'm going to roll that immediately, which is whether or not I can do. Ooh, it's a 10, which means I cannot use more
That's your one.
unstable actions. But it means I can use things. So I will hit. I'm going to try and hit this thing with a. No, I can't do Megaton Strike. That has to be regular. Okay, I'm going to just regular strike.
Regular strike.
Regular strike over here. Ooh, natural one. I think I might change that. Oh no!
Oh, she had such big dreams.
No.
They never survive contact with the enemy.
No.
I've got 2 hits. No, do I have to use
What's Clockwork Celerity do?
Clockwork Celerity? It gives me a step stride or use another movement action and evade. So it doesn't actually give me. That would just give me hightail out of there. But I could use that to step. Because I've already strided.
Yeah, you can use it to step, but you couldn't attack again. What are you doing? That's your one swing this turn, it sounds like.
Well, I
point.
do need to kind of hero point it. Well, okay.
It's so hard to part with the hero points now.
I know.
They're all really, really good.
Well, I've got
Oh, they're so
2.
strong.
Okay, I've got 2. I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna use this hero point from Hyperbole,
This,
and we are going to try and save our good dear friend MD over here.
not a 1.
It's not a 1. So that is a 30 to hit.
How would you say gang of rocks?
Hey.
Well, I got something for you. Other best, you take this hero point and get out of the ooze. 315 with a hero point
No,
for
watch this
MD.
hero point to say get out of
Alright,
here.
what do you got?
That was a 30 total.
30 total. That's huge. That would super crit. if this blob wasn't immune to critical hits, but it will hit.
Right,
This is
excellent.
stupid.
You know what else is
Too many things.
You know what else is immune to? Precision damage.
Yeah, sure is, buddy.
Yeah.
Bro,
It's
stop.
a blob. That's what it is.
You need to stop.
Okay, so this does.
To
To be fair, all of my hits do fire damage. So this does also do fire damage.
Great news, it's weak to that.
I see here.
I know, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that one, that's permanent. I just happen to be a little bit fiery for no reason, and we're not sure why that is. Okay, 2d8 plus 6 plus 1d6. So that's 8, 11, plus 6, 17.
Did you add your int to that for your crit success?
Oh, do I still get that? I thought it was immune.
No, from your crit success in your overdrive.
Oh, right.
Was that another 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, another 5.
What's total? 22?
22.
Period? What kind of damage?
Piercing.
So
Plus, well, on d6 of that, 3 of that was fire damage.
19 piercing damage.
Yes.
You reach in and you snip and you cut through, and this thing is so thick. But you rip through it and you just see a little bit of green skin before it congeals back over again. 19 or 22, 19, whatever the total, does not beat the rupture DC. MD's still in there.
Okay.
It's also completely immune to the damage.
Okay.
But it's going to take the 3 fire, and it's going to take 10 more than that because it's quite weak to fire. So it is going to take 14 points of fire damage, and great news, so is MD.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
so
much?
I was
They're
wondering
14
about
points of
that.
fire damage.
Yeah. Thank you.
Excellent. Yes. And then I did use Clockwork Celerity, so I am going to, move away. I think I'm going to. I don't really want to go through the oil again, so I'm going to go into the corner behind my lovely darling.
You're going to run up next to
And-
your friend that is
No,
behind.
yeah, all the way over there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, there has been a misunderstanding.
Giant man sees you run up next to him and seems to ignore you. He's going to take a big stomp forward and then reach out with his cannon hand as the fingers flip back forward and just shoots out into the corner towards Marius with a big punch. Big punch. 31 to hit.
Miss.
Slams into the wall as Marius ducks underneath this, and then brings its arm to the side and just shatters it through the northern window. And a crackling blue slime emerges out
Oh
onto
no! You stop that.
the floor.
No, dude, that's so bad.
It's going to get a 24 for initiative, which also puts it right here. MD, you got like a 20, you got 30 something.
I got a 36.
It's also in this huge void between MD and
32.
47. Marius in the corner.
Oh boy, I'm so tempted to just blow everything up right now. But that might be a
Please do. Great news. Number 1, I need you to make an acrobatics check because you are next to Grease Boy.
Is this what you were so excited for, you little freak? Getting all slick on us and then Colby.
36.
It's always me.
36 is a success. You are in difficult terrain while you're adjacent to this thing, but you keep your footing. You look to your side and you see this new ooze that is coming out is literally crackling. And sparks and little bits of fire are constantly shooting out from it as it moves. As its mass it's much more gritty than its comrade here. It's thick and sandy, and as it kind of lumps and rolls over itself, there are little pops and bursts of fire and explosions, like gunshots coming out of it. It looks like you couldn't even stand next to this thing without getting a little exploding.
Okay.
Such is life.
How difficult? You know, I'm gonna try it.
Difficult.
So,
No. I'm gonna take a shot. Take a couple shots at Spiky Boy.
nobody here is attack of opportunity. It's a robot that's not built for combat and a bunch of slime.
So
So go for it.
All right. That is a. All right.
What a
They're
crazy
close. So
Return to monk. Return to monk.
39.
On. This is on the golem?
Yeah.
39 will hit.
Okay, and then a 35.
35 will hit.
Lots of damage time.
Add 5d8 to each of those.
Okay. Ooh, okay, that's a little bit higher now. So we got 6, 7.
I'm helping.
2,
Oh, jeez.
16. One of that is Sonic, and then a 7, 9. And
So the 5d8s or is that the second arrow?
No, this is the second arrow.
No.
Okay.
That's 14, 5 of which is Sonic. And now
10d8.
10d8.
There's 3.
Yeah.
I'll just put the like 6 damage it took
And is
from the
that
arrows
7?
there, and then
And
here's
5.
all of this.
This is.
Oh, they're combined for damage resistance, right?
Yes.
This is oh. Now he took way more
You
than
got
that.
your
Never mind.
stoke.
Really
Oh
good.
god.
Oh, you also got two stokes.
Oh, 2 stokes in there too. Yep, but 4 each, so
4
plus
each,
8.
4 per stoke.
I'm not helping.
4 per. Yeah.
I didn't get to even hit him.
He showed up and was he can run over
I got
immediately.
kidnapped.
44.
44.
Woo!
And then how much?
Stoke.
What am I on for Sonic? For Stoke?
First stoke is 4.
4.
Twice?
So
Yeah.
8.
Yeah.
52.
Woo!
52 points of damage.
You did it.
Okay. It
Okay,
is.
that was
Whoa.
one action.
It is the robot equivalent of bloodied. it is starting to crack.
Okay. And now, if
Same.
I was I think I was paying attention now. So, I would like to attempt to. Is it grapple to try to get my hands on the slick?
To get MD out?
Yeah, or
From
to
the-
just to grab MD and the slime.
From the outside, all you
Together.
can do is try to cut him free with a piercing or slashing attack.
I want-
From the inside, he can attempt to acrobatics or force his way out.
There's no way for me to attempt to move him and the slime that I believe was said to be fire bad for it.
Yo, you want to? There's
Yeah.
a reposition maneuver. You
I
can
want
do
to
that.
put him on the fire blob.
The reposition is an athletics check versus his fortitude.
I
wanna
You,
put
you
me-
move him to another square it's adjacent to you.
Yeah, I would like to try to
That's
shove
an
them
athletics
into
check.
the fire slime so that they have to mix.
That's an athletics
We
check.
have
Now-
to mix.
Now kiss.
Now kiss.
Now, kiss.
They should cancel each other out. It would be if there was like a vinegar slime and a baking soda slime.
You're like the
And I-
kid who's
That's the opposite of canceling. That's
You're like the kid who's turning all the Play-Doh brown.
I don't. It's a natural one.
you were prone, actually. You're trying to grab it, and it's pretty heavy. It's got an MD inside it, so it's at least that heavy, and that's already pretty heavy. You try to move it, it's so slick, you lose your feet and fall prone on the ground. You have 1 action left.
I'll try to stand up.
Make me an acrobatics check.
This is
12 for 35.
You're up.
this is slapstick.
Cammy!
No.
Grease blob!
No. I'm gonna.
Cammy on the other side of the room is watching whatever the hell this is.
Out in the corner, I'm just
Horror
talking to
campaign!
Grady. It's just like, do you think they've noticed us yet?
No, nothing.
We
but
started
pain.
this episode in hell!
I'm still there.
Okay. So, oh my gosh. Okay.
You know how hard it is to hold your breath for a whole round?
Very
You
hard.
did 19
That's 6
damage
seconds.
and nothing.
Nothing.
So we know the cap is above 19.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Because rupture has to be done in a single strike. 19 was not enough. It's a thick blob. 19 was not enough. Well, I guess it was
Thick.
thinned by the fire damage, and 19 still didn't do it.
Sick.
Okay.
And it took no damage from the piercing, right?
Yeah.
It took nothing. It took none of that, yeah. You can still cut you free even though it doesn't actually take damage, but
All right.
well, I mean, you ended up taking 14 damage from the fire, so that's cool. So did you. Yeah, you get cooked. You're in an oven right now.
So that is the. Oh, and I want to be so clear. I would take the fire risk. Like that
You
is
want to?
within my. I'm not going to only because now we know that will also hurt him.
Do
It hasn't
it!
stopped anyone
You
else.
coward!
I'm sorry.
How you feel?
Whoa. Well, because I do have much. So if we just killed it, could we
He's free. If you kill it, he's free.
So there's 2 solutions.
Just hope I survive.
I'm gonna try and do the honorable thing first. I'm gonna peek out of my hidey hole. Not leaving it. I'm not going.
I cannot
anywhere.
stress enough. Still in the lift.
Gotta be so clear right now. It's scary out there. And
I keep looking at the map like, where is MD? Oh yeah.
We're missing a
It's
token.
only been, it hasn't even been a full round
I
yet.
know.
And looking towards this
Panic.
giant ooze, and as the flicker of flames and light cast shadows on the wall, you see one of those shadows, the giant lump of like Play-Doh that is the goop. The shadow lifts into the air as Cammy's kind of in the corner, like yes. As I'm gonna roll it up
puppets.
like you do the little snake when you're trying to do like that. Because this is gonna be slashing damage.
Okay.
Because I can choose.
So this is on the ooze that currently has MD.
Yes.
This is on the thick one, not the exploding
Thick.
one.
The one that has.
Well, it's thin now. It got Rin moistened it again.
So disgusting. This is the one that has MD. Whether it's
Help.
thick or slick, I'm gonna hit it. So I'm gonna try and make a strike against it right now. Whoa. It's did somebody
It's not.
30? No.
At 30?
30
It
was
is
crit
an
if it could be crit. It's
It is
an
an
ooze
ooze.
hitting, it's not the challenge.
That's what it was.
It's not hard to hit.
30.
Yeah,
So it hits.
that's more than 10 over, but it's a hit, yeah.
It's like AC 12.
I
It's
would
not that low. But
AC
it is-
14.
Okay, hold on. Let's not bully the little blob, all right? You're the one being bullied right now.
I can say whatever.
All right,
You open your mouth, it's gonna be full of
It's not a
steak
very
grease.
good
You don't
roll.
want that.
but it's gonna be more
Bacon
than the
grease.
next. So that's 10.
Wait a minute.
7,
Wait a minute.
17.
A plan forms in Marius said. I will eat it away.
He just pulls out his oversized straw.
22 damage.
Slashing?
Yeah.
You for a moment see an arm reach through before it gels back over. 22 does not meet the rupture.
It's also not 22. That DC.
Not done.
It's really high.
I'm gonna try again, cause I can sustain it to make another attempt here. So I'm gonna.
Oh, you got your multiple attack penalty. It's gonna be kind of
Which
hard to
I
hit
never have to do, so that's -5, right?
it. -5. It's gonna be
Never
tough.
have to
Oh
experience
man, I don't know
that.
if you're gonna get in there. Hey, you hit it.
It's an 18 on the back.
Hey, that's higher than its AC.
I
Crazy.
wish that I could crit. That would be so cool for
Not
me.
the hard part on
in
oozes.
particular.
This is why this is disgusting, by the way, because you can't crit an ooze.
Come back.
Oh, you can't kill the ooze.
You can't crit an ooze.
Nope.
That's really good. Roll.
That's
Is
Right.
he?
Isn't it?
28, 31.
31 plus 36.
This second slash cuts through, and you finally feel the air again. And MD shoots out of this ooze into where do you want to be? What square? What adjacent square?
Between the ooze and the mech, how many
Yes.
cuts does it take to get to the MD
Pulls
center of the
his
ooze?
way out. MD is free! And just in time for his turn!
And as I've succeeded, I go, ha 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 ha, you're sustained.
Cackles.
Do I lose slowed when I come out?
You were not engulfed at the start of your turn. Slowed. It affects how many actions you regenerate at the start of your turn. So since at literally the final action before you regained actions, you lost the slowed condition, you have all 3 of your actions.
What a hero.
What a hero.
Okay.
What a hero.
Cool.
Alright, and another thing. It's ignoring I'm not fighting.
Make me a
these
reflex
oozes.
save.
Okay. That's a 24.
So as you pop back out into the world, there's a new friend you didn't see before. You emerge right next to this seemingly constantly exploding ball of slop, and you are going to take 17 points of fire damage. Hey, make me an acrobatics check.
Okay.
So you're also in the grease.
That is an 18 on the die.
You're probably fine. You're a rogue, and I'm sure that's going to be high enough.
That's a 39.
You're in difficult terrain,
okay.
but you are fine. You're slipping and sliding, but you're up.
All right. This is a technical question. You said the alchemical golem is ignoring 47. So
Seems to
would that mean I don't get gang up off of her?
I would still give you a
Okay,
Not
thank
to be
you.
that rude, you got enough stuff that hates everything.
I'm already having a hard enough day. This is
Everyone
a-
else in this room's already immune to crits and precision, dude. I'll let you play. I'll let you gang up on the big robot. It's
I'm,
still like aware she's there.
I'm going to then use
It's uncomfortable.
2 actions to double slice. So the shield and the punching dagger. The punching dagger is the second weapon, so don't take a penalty. There is a penalty if the second weapon doesn't have agile.
Okay, and it is
It
flat-footed.
is. So
Because on the other side is 47.
my good friend 47.
Existing.
So shield is a 31
Hit.
versus it's flat-footed, and the dagger is a 37 against it's flat-footed.
Also hits. 2 regular hits.
That's cool.
You get all your precision. It's not immune to precision.
That's really cool. These are combined for resistances. That has
It's also very good.
Um,
Its resistance isn't low. It's a lot, actually.
So the first one for shield would be 6, 12, 18. Oh my god, that's 4 6s. 24, 27, 34
Jeez, all right.
of bludgeoning.
A lot less than that, but that's still a ton.
And then the knuckle dagger is also sustaining more damage, just
And
piercing.
it's taking all of this because you combined for resistances, so it's taking the whole second hit.
10, 15, 20, 25, 32. Piercing.
Ooh! This thing is on death's door for sure.
And then-
you slam it with a shield and the knuckle dagger.
As I slam the knuckle dagger and I wrench it, I'm going to debilitate it, make it weak 5 to piercing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my final action to rip it out to flens it. It has bleed. If it can bleed, it's bleeding, but it's also all its physical resistances are reduced by 5.
Okay. You rip it out. It's got weakness. You rupture the tank your knife is already in, but they seem to be segmented enough that it's not going to suffer any further bleed damage from that.
Okay.
But it is going to lose 5 points of its physical resistance.
That's my whole turn. I did a thing.
Ooze time.
I'm going back in, kids.
It's like a whole section.
This
The
is
initiative.
this is the ooze pile.
Oh, I get 11 temp HP at the end of my turn.
11 temp HP. You're gonna probably need that. Alrighty, so let's start with number 1. Explosions Man. Explosions Man is just gonna kind of slurp over into the corner.
Which corner? This is
The-
important.
Not
Which
the one with
corner?
you in it, the one that has people closer to it.
The party corner.
And
Which
its pile
corner
of
is
explosions
it?
are gonna make its way with it. So, reflex saves for the corner. The ooze got a natural 20.
I
so
got
the
a
ooze
natural
is fine.
20.
You're fine.
Oh, 16.
16.
Mari's probably also fine.
Yeah, reflex was 24.
You guys are like, it's like
No, the
40.
reflex saves aren't the
Video game.
problem. It's the fortitude save that comes afterwards.
like Neo dodging bullets over here.
Yeah, right.
Dude,
40.
He's drunk.
40. Okay, everyone critically succeeded.
Yeah.
All right, so
Everyone's fine.
I would high five you too, but
nobody took
And
any
everyone
damage.
was fine.
Now, it's just gonna kind of start slapping people. And the first person that slaps is gonna be 50-50 says Marius.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for your loss.
Why is there not a chance for it to slap the other ooze?
Because
Hey,
Wait a
Are they that
minute.
smart?
it's not really, no, actually, that's honestly kind of fair. It's pretty dumb.
Marcus,
That would,
excellent.
if it's
gotta
my adapted, that would
negotiate.
still be you, though. So
It's still
it's
you.
gonna be. Oh, that's big. That's a
Oh.
big number. 42.
Yep, but it doesn't crit.
Doesn't crit's what we're looking for.
Crit
Okay.
me.
Doesn't crit's what we want to see.
I'm sorry for your
Marius, it
loss.
is 1 bazillion AC. Very low damage though. Only 19 points of bludgeoning damage. And then as it hits, that tendril that slaps against you explodes violently and recoils backwards. And this blast has got an extremely low number to hit. That's going to be in the 20s. So you duck under this bomb that goes off right after you as it shucks back. Our boy, the Goo Ooze, is still quickened because of the fire damage from 47. So it has 4 actions this turn. It was already rolling up in the corner. It's just gonna continue rolling up in the corner.
Oh,
Make
no.
me a fortitude save, buddy.
you know it. You love it.
Bye, Mario. Oh, he's good.
Yeah, this is 17 for another 40.
Oh, he's fine. This thing slams up against you as you slip and slide in the corner, but the wall behind you, you're able to kind of shuck it off, stop it from completely overwhelming you. You do not get consumed by the ooze. You, in fact, remain outside of the ooze.
Only I get to eat the grease.
And it just kind of tries to slap you.
I don't recommend the ride.
Slap says 34
That
to hit.
hits.
34 hits. 16 points of bludgeoning damage. Brings us to Prototype. You see the love of your life up here. Chamber's broken, glass shattered. It's kind of limping and sparking. Its motors are borking out a little bit. It's fighting, but it's on its last legs. And also, there's 2 blobs.
I'm gonna grab the old alchemical robot by the shoulders, which are very tall. Actually, I'm pretty tall
very
too.
tall.
But it's very tall.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab it by the forearms, I guess, because that's more realistic. And, like, stare up at it, pleading in my stony face. Be like, there has been a misunderstanding, and I'm going to use a hero point called Monkey's Handshake that I just got from a saint. You may wish for any item temporarily. In exchange, the DGM may take one of your items temporarily. The GM determines how long you keep the item, as well as any other cost. Your item is returned immediately when you lose the item you wished for. So,
That's a crazy card.
yes, this is a crazy card, but I would like to save my my darling over here, who has really been taking a beating for no reason. No reason. And I'm going to, I would like to wish, I was originally going to wish for the key, but I would like to wish for the whatever thing I can do to turn off the old alchemical robot. Like the key, the off switch.
The kill switch.
The kill switch.
I would like the kill switch.
He's standing next to
please.
this big table here. You've been kind of overwhelmed by what's happening so far and slipping on the floor. But seeing the old alchemical assistant breaking down, you decide the best thing to do is turn it off. You know how to do that, obviously. His control rod's just on the other side of the table. Mun showed you that.
Yes.
So you just reach over under the table and grab the control rod and just click it.
Excellent.
And the old alchemical robot turns around. And just powers.
Best case scenario. Also horrified by this the destruction that has happened to this poor man. And then breathe. I still have the thing in my hand. I'm going to turn to I'm still in overdrive, which is nice.
And there are still 2 very, well, I don't know if blobs can be angry, but dangerous.
What a good hero point, by the way.
That
I
is a
feel
really
like
good hero
point.
that
Yeah,
you
that is a
could
really
you could
cool
do
card.
some shenanigans
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
that nonsense.
He has 2 hit points.
Great
You know what?
timing.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
He has dose.
Sneeze in his
Excellent.
direction.
Okay, so then how many do you think that it? How
That's a
many
hero
actions?
point. It's free. You got your turn.
What'd you take from her?
Oh
no.
Her kill switch.
Oh no.
Okay, so I will walk up. So then I panic. I look at I guess the one that's closer. Does that? How about you? Can I do a knowledge check on that and see?
It's an
if I
action,
just-
yeah. If you want to, it is an occultism check. You tell me what your modifier is, and I will roll a die.
I could do that, or yeah, I'd like to do that.
All right, what's your occultism modifier?
You roll it.
I roll it.
21.
21, and you're asking about the one that is exploding. And Magus Plains in the chat, hero point for Prototype. There you go. Take one back.
A new one.
Thank you.
Another one.
Another one.
21, you say? Well,
What's it called?
that ooze, the other ooze looks like it's mostly made of fat or tallow or grease of some kind. This ooze looks like it's made of an extremely explosive, massively volatile substance. Almost unrealistically volatile. It's just continuing to repeatedly explode. And though it is very gritty and sandy, it's a very thick, tar-like substance. It doesn't fold and move as easily as that other ooze or other oozes you might have seen in the past. It's almost kind of like ripping and separating as it moves. It looks like it would be fairly easy to accidentally or intentionally split it into multiple of that thing, were it to be exposed to
Piercing or slashing?
the opposite, actually.
Oh. Blunt?
Bludgeoning or fire.
Oh, no.
That's
Okay. Good luck, everybody, on that one.
You also know that as
good.
this one is much more of like a constantly flaming, exploding engine, it's probably pretty weak to cold.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. Well, I'm going to... This other... The grease one's still up and running? No. Yes.
The grease one's still going.
It just looks faded. Okay. Now we're good. I'm going to, from my position over here, you will actually see the white or the yellow energy around 47 kind of condense, and you can like feel this like heated condensation, and then it's going to like a laser beam. It's going to burst out from the center of her chest. Not really sure where it's coming from, but honestly, looks like fire damage to me.
You have an ion beam.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Might as well happen.
And it is a 20-foot range, so I'm hoping that I can hit the ooze over there.
Which ooze?
The
Blue
one,
ooze?
no. The
Explode
grease,
ooze?
No, the
Greasy.
Greasy ooze.
Greasy ooze. Okay. It's got lesser cover because there's a lot of stuff in front of it, so its AC's one higher, so we better roll pretty
Natural
high.
20.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was being sarcastic, but you hit it. You definitely hit it.
You can't crit
Yeah, I cannot crit it.
It
And
is
I
going
don't
to
do-
ignite and quicken once again.
I wish it would stop.
No.
Stop hitting with fire damage.
Yeah.
I'm
nope.
not hitting it.
Okay, so that is.
I don't get a say in this.
It's always the orc's fault.
That's 10 fire damage.
10 fire damage. That sounds like 20 fire damage to me, because it's pretty weak to fire damage.
So that is 2 actions, and then I don't know, I might just like raise my shield, I guess.
Just stay over there. Marius, who does not get that luxury,
How tall are the oozes when there's not a person inside them?
make a reflex save.
First
That
off,
wasn't his question.
That wasn't an answer to his question.
That's a 10 for a 34.
Oh wait, Magus
10 for
Planescape meme.
34, what the hell?
It's called Iamide's Wrath is the hero point that I got.
Make an acrobatics check.
Hey, it's his turn.
No, it isn't.
It's only part
that not a
legally
success?
distinct Iron Man.
You didn't take any damage. This is
Okay.
that's the explosions.
Oh,
this is the
okay.
grease. You're in
Oh,
2 auras,
there
buddy.
we go. Okay.
Also, stay hydrated.
That's
Hi, Corey.
Acrobatics?
Hi, Corey.
32.
Very difficult terrain. Anyway, what were you gonna ask?
Cheers.
The oozes
how-
are not particularly
How tall is this?
The
Can I hop
The room's
over
like
it?
20 feet high. The oozes are like 3 to 4.
Okay, I'm gonna hop over the non-flaming ooze just to try to be on the other side of it. If I could do that.
Or
That's-
lacking.
That's the most make another acrobatics check thing I've ever heard in my life. You want to jump out of the grease into more grease? All right, make an acrobatics check, buddy.
11 for 35.
All right, fine. I accept that your acrobatics is a freaking billion.
He's a
All right,
Do a
he
flip.
lands on the
Ranger.
Do a
other-
flip. Do a flip.
Do a
Is that-
backflip.
I did
What is
flip
your
in the air.
Your modifier is like 24?
I've got 23.
Oh my god.
I gotta tuck and roll. Yeah.
This is too higher than mine.
All right,
Okay.
fine.
And now I'm gonna try it again. I would like to try to just push the grease into the fire.
Okay, he is already in range of the explosions. They're just getting hit by the explosions. You want to like kind of push them together.
Yeah.
All right, athletics.
Now, keep.
Okay.
An 11 for 38. Wait, yeah, 38.
38.
Is that? Did I
It's
math?
plus your
I think I mathed.
plus your athletics.
No.
I was like, it's your athletics
28.
cannot possibly be that
Does
high.
that beat
Okay.
Kiss DC?
28 is a regular failure. It's just the thing is the embodiment of being slippery. So it's real
Trying to,
hard.
like, catch a grease pig.
Was leaping 1, pushing 1, you have 1 left?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Sure.
Do I try again or do I just move away?
So the -5 to try again.
I'm gonna try again.
Yeah.
If at first you don't
Do it,
succeed,
do it.
try.
Well, you need to roll at
again,
least
and
5
again.
higher.
13, so I don't think that's higher. That's
Probably still a regular failure. Then.
Yeah, 30.
He's trying to show them together. It ain't working. Cammy in the lift. The golem is powered down.
I don't know what to do here.
Yes, you do. Look
Um,
at your heart. You know what to do.
Fireball.
Fireball!
well, since you asked.
Dude, back by popular demand.
Back by popular demand. Do these guys look bad off at all, or are we just really not?
The exploding ooze has taken 0 damage,
Awesome.
and the tallow ooze is not bloodied.
How are you guys' reflex saves?
I'm great.
As you've seen.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hear me out.
I'm out of ideas. I'm gonna do the fun one. I'm gonna cast Divine Immolation on that corner.
It's 20 feet.
It'll be fire.
It's just
With
barely.
spirit, if it's more detrimental, that shouldn't really apply to those guys. But for you,
It will, seeing as constant explosions ooze is actually immune to fire.
so he'll take spirit, guys.
So is it all spirit damage then?
Yeah, a spirit. It's fire damage, but they take spirit if it would be more detrimental.
It's on an individual basis.
It would be more detrimental. Yeah, it would be more detrimental. So the exploding ooze will take spirit. Tallow ooze will take fire.
Rebecca said in the chat.
We have to keep it. We have to keep
From
it.
Rebecca.
Rebecca sticks.
Rebecca
This is
is
the new
obviously
Robo
what we're
Trophy. It's
doing
Rebecca now. All right, so
Remember, only you can prevent grease fires by, for example, not casting fireballs in the kitchen.
all right. Let's see. I'm gonna get a couple of reflex saves from 2 oozes that are really good at reflex
let's make
saves.
some reflex
You
saves.
guys should probably.
Tallow
do that.
ooze got a 22.
It's also at a level 6. It's heightened.
You know, because of our connection that we have through the ritual we made, I know it's coming. I rolled a natural 20.
Not only do you know I'm gonna cast it, but you knew last turn I was thinking about it.
You can finally have a little bit of fun. It's a 5 for a 29.
What's your spell DC?
31.
Okay, regular failure. Tallow ooze got a 22 for a regular failure.
So
Exploding
close.
ooze got a 28 for a regular failure. So regular failures are on the table, everyone.
How much damage is it?
It's going to be 76. And then the persistent we can talk about in a little bit, I guess.
We'll come back.
It can go to purely spirit. It's taking no fire damage. It's just taking spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well,
That's why we're done. Okay. Is nice. 20. It's 29 damage.
29. Okay. 29 to that ooze. 39 to this ooze. The tallow ooze is now bloodied. It's on fire. It's quickened.
So that's 29 for me as well.
29 for you as well. That would I imagine be probably all spirit damage. You little undead guy, you.
I don't.
So,
I guess it probably doesn't matter. It's probably half and half for you.
I think
Since,
that's the same. I think I take that normal.
we're gonna cremate him. About time. Since everybody was a regular failure, it will be this full damage, and everybody will qualify for persistent.
What kind of persistent?
2d6.
What kind of damage?
Same.
Fire or spirit?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
No splitting.
No, so everything is
So,
on fire or on.
I'm gonna roll
Spirit.
these a lot.
Yeah, we'll get to that. You got one action left.
I'll sustain your stoke, dear.
Boom! You got this.
Sorry. Go for it.
Andy.
Free action to drop my shield.
Okay.
One action to shift the buckle dagger into a bastard sword. So it's a one-handed weapon.
Okay.
One action to regrip
Last action to slap something.
and to slap the fire ooze.
Fire use
No,
takes
I
full
grease-
damage from slashing. It's very thick and gritty.
Yeah. No, grease ooze. That one's hurt. That one's hurt a lot, right?
You can slap the tallow ooze is bloody.
I don't. I'm slapping an ooze.
Okay.
I'm out of my element.
Grease shouldn't.
It takes no damage. Next
That's
ooze,
a-
the sword
your
slaps right
persistent
through it.
damage.
Shink!
I'm not persistent.
Gets a, yeah, he saved. Your
Oh, you
sword
saved.
slashes right through it, puts a big shear, it congeals right back together. That one is too liquidy to take any damage from slashing attacks. It is immune.
He's on fire.
He's on fire, though. Bomb ooze! It's gonna try to just sort of slap MD. MD, you're present. You're in slapping range. Here's a slap. Can't you a slap? Here's a slap. Nope, natural one. No slap for me. But that little tendril, you're just gonna kind of move back out of the way. Your shield's on the ground, and as it hits the ground, another blast of fire comes out, and it rips through the body of the ooze, and the entire ooze explodes. Everybody,
No.
make a reflex save.
Me?
The entire room explodes.
I rolled an 18 on the die for a total of a 39.
Shut up, Rogue. No one asked.
I'm gonna re-roll this. 34.
34 is a regular success, like half.
Okay.
Did you say that's gonna hurt?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I'm gonna try and disappear. I do.
33.
Regular success.
Okay, here's my
This is
save.
Critical success.
The Rogue and the Ranger hit the floor. What? You got a regular success?
34, yeah.
Aiden Mary.
Uh-huh.
It was a regular success and a critical success, so I feel like I just slipped on the grease and landed on the floor below.
It's a 29.
Regular success. Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly a regular success. As it blows up, fire and blobs of grit shoot through the room, dealing to just half to Adelmay and the Prototype 47, which is 9 combined points of bludgeoning and fire damage. They hit you like little flaming bullets. And as you look back up, you see the explosion has split this little thing into 2. It can blow itself up.
You take 6 less.
Well, I take 12 less because I disappeared.
So you take nothing.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't actually.
fine.
I suffer no consequences.
Now there are 2 of them.
Did it have any effect on the greases?
Yes. Oh, I'm glad you asked. It critically failed. The Greases takes 46
Oh my gosh.
points of damage and is super quickened.
How is it still alive?
It's a news.
Persistent damage on Explosions Boy,
Whee!
who is
7.
still taking it. 7.
That's the persistent damage split.
Sure. I'll say
Yes.
yes. It was on the thing that split, so I'll say they're both crumbling in holy righteousness. Sloppy Boy over here
Sloppy
I
boy.
hate this. That's terrible.
I don't want to be here anymore.
chooses eeny meeny miny MD. Make a fortitude save, buddy.
Uh-huh. Natural 20.
Natural
Oh my
20.
gosh.
As it rolls,
Not again.
as it rolls around, it slops up again onto you. You're like, I'm not going back. I refuse.
Shame on you.
Will not happen. And followed by a 29 to hit.
Does
which
not.
You're able to fend this thing off pretty well at this point. Prototype.
Get away from me.
I'm going to step up, ready for action now, and I'm going to Megaton Strike. Just bringing down and try and, like, just karate chop through these.
Big, huge hit.
Yes. Not very good.
It's a news.
Yeah, okay, so that is a 28.
What type of damage do you do?
Okay, so this is piercing and also fire damage, unfortunately, because I always do fire damage.
Well, I have great news about the fact that the Pyronite Ooze does actually take piercing damage.
Okay, yes, great. That's always good news for me. Okay, so
And I have greater news about the fact that you hit it with fire damage. So give me your damage. Megaton
no.
Strike lands.
okay, so that's 8, 14, 19, 22, plus D6, 26.
Did you get your
22.
hands in there?
Yes.
Okay. 26 points of damage. Solid hit. Solid hit.
As a reaction, I want to opportune backstab off her hitting it.
Go for it.
Yeah, let's see if we can take slashing damage. I hit.
Did you roll a 1?
No.
Take slashing damage.
Take
This
slash.
thing is thick and gritty enough. It's such an odd material that it is actually piercing and slashing affect it perfectly fine.
Too short is D12s. Two-handed. Pulled those out. I get to roll big dice. And still roll low. 6 plus 8 is 14 plus 7
21?
21.
21 points of damage?
Yeah.
Solid. Okie dokie. So you see Prototype step over and wind up this big hit with both hands, Megaton strike. You quickly slam the bastard sword down, and Prototype's attack comes down. Boom! Explodes. Blinding flash. Reflex save from everybody except Cammy, who is far enough away from this one, as a way larger, denser explosion erupts out of the room.
Nebula 315 said I can't fail when it comes to oozes, so I'm gonna re-roll.
29. 29.
Fail. Regular failure.
Same.
Regular
It
failure.
was a 19 on the die.
You're Marius. Alright, so you two are taking load on my 24 points of fire damage, and that ooze you just hit explodes into 2. There are now 3 oozes in the room.
So I misread this.
No.
I get damage equal to my temp HP.
Oh, solid. Okay.
Yeah. I can't read.
Some number. All right, that one is split, and there are 2 pretty small ones and 1 normal small one. That one explodes. The one next to it is going to make a reflex save. You see where this is going.
Oh no.
24, that's a failure. One next to it is awash in these flames. Tallow, who's in the corner, he's gonna make a reflex
Oh,
save.
no.
25, that's a failure. He's taking all that damage.
We're playing
too.
Magic the Gathering now.
This
This one goes on the stack.
AJ takes a 30-minute turn.
And Tallow is uber quickened.
Uber quick.
doesn't matter.
And that's step up and Megaton strike, and then it just kind of shoves you back in the wall with the force of the explosion. It's your turn, I believe.
yep.
It brings us to
I
Marius.
believe I'm in a debt of persistent damage
sure
for
are.
one
Give
of
me-
those oozes.
Okay, yeah.
And then also.
So just
for
roll me
Bryn.
persistent for all of the blobs.
All right.
Oh, wait, I applied to the blobs already.
Yeah, it's the tallow,
me
not
the
the,
tallow, yeah.
explosive.
Fiery,
Yeah.
fiery.
He
Grease man.
max 12.
12,
Yeah.
and it's fire, so he's weak to that. So
All right.
use it. Tallow is the death door.
Bryn will go.
Mari is somehow dodging basically every single explosion in this
Bryn
room.
takes 7 on hers.
Inconceivably avoiding all of this.
It feels like we should be leaving, so I would like to ask for a reminder. Why did we come down here?
We need the key.
Key that's on the
Yeah,
socket
grab
into
it
the
and get
waist
out
of
of
the
here.
deactivated golem.
I'm gonna try to grab that.
Okay. Well, you move over. Golem's off, so just. Okay, you have it. Now what?
To the
Shit,
left.
let's go.
You have 1 action left.
Yeah, I guess to the lift.
Woo! Marius grabs the key and sprints over to the lift with Cammy. Cammy, it's your turn.
Is he in the lift with
He's
me?
in the lift with you.
Bye.
Shut the door. Throw the lever.
No! Faster! Faster!
did
Faster!
You
Didn't
have 2
say
actions if you want to do
3
anything.
turns?
What?
Didn't you say 3 turns?
3 turns.
Oh my god.
I could have climbed up faster than this.
You got 2
I
actions
look over
left
to
as
you, I
your
was
lift.
like, can
The
you-
lift
can you-
slowly ascends. What do you
I look over and he's like, can you climb this?
I mean, I can.
Can you
but-
climb it while carrying me?
I can.
Okay, I'm gonna get on his back.
Okay. You killed this thing.
Like
And
King
He gets
Kong.
ready to climb as the other 2 you just watch the lift leave you.
So slowly. It only takes 2 actions to climb up, and it takes 3 turns to take the elevator.
Honestly, it'd probably be better to just shut
Make
the
a
lift
reflex
off and then
save.
we'll climb.
13.
fire
That's a
in the
total
hole.
of a 34.
Make a acrobatics check.
12 on the die for a total of a 33.
All right, you're in difficult terrain, but you're good.
I pick up my shield, go over to the lift. That's it.
Make a reflex save.
17 on the die.
All right, you're good. You're very slick. This is from being inside the grease ooze. And attempting to pick something up is surprisingly difficult.
I hate it here.
But you are a rogue and rolled a 17 on the reflex save, so you're okay.
I really.
You got it. You're in difficult terrain. You can move your way about a 10, 20, 30.
I have 30 points.
That gets you not quite to the lift. Gets you there.
I'm moving. I'm going all the way.
You
all
can
the
get
actions.
to the lift, so the lift is ascending. You can get up to it as it's ascending to seal the 1 square hole that will be the base of the lift once it is raised on the lift.
Can you turn the lift off?
Slimes! Slime time! They lose. They lose. They go. The one of them's next to prototype, and that's just gonna stay there and just slap prototype. It's too small. Great news. Too small to continue exploding. So it's just gonna start hitting you. That's a 33.
Nope.
Less.
Oh, I guess, well, actually it was because it hits, it meets. I have my
Less.
shield, but I don't have
Okay,
it.
so
the
it'll
first
hit
one
you.
does hit, yeah.
The first strike will hit. It's not smart. It's just going to strike 3 times. Second 2 don't have a chance in hell. That's going to be 27 points of bludgeoning damage from the series of slaps. 2 more fiery little boys are going to rush down after MD.
I have another question for you. When they
Yes.
cross the trail of grease, does the grease catch on fire?
One of them's just going to stay here. The grease is not flammable, surprisingly. The ooze is. The grease is not actually flammable.
Do they slip?
One of them rushes after you. One of them stays in the back. The one that rushes after you is going to come up.
Do they slip?
It's going to swing for a 34
It hits.
and a potato. So it's going to get you
Potato.
with 1 for 29 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
The one in the back is going to swing a little tendril towards prototype, and it's going to explode and just fire a chunk of itself at you
Nice. This is not like place over here.
for like nothing, like 25.
Sweet.
And then it's going to swing around and BAM! Towards the lift, towards MD for 31.
Yes.
31 hits.
Yes.
This is just the spicy meatball with straight fire damage.
I'm immune.
Like
I tried.
15 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And it's gonna wheel around and just BLAM! Again, back towards prototype. Or that's not a 20, so
Who
it's
gave
not
it a
hitting.
gun?
He's just firing parts of itself with the explosions. It can just do that.
Yeah,
it just
sure,
has
man.
a blaster. Greasy boy.
2d6.
2d6.
Wait, it's 3.
3. All 3 of them. All 3
I guess.
iterations. Which are all still taking it. 2 of them are bloody. The 2 tiny ones are bloodied because they're very small. They don't have a lot.
That's cool.
Greasy boy.
Greasy meatball.
Trying to put myself in the mindless mind of a Tallow that only has motion
I've
sense.
read
It's
Rebecca.
probably going after the guy that's running. It only has motion sense. It's coming down here, and it's making a fortitude save.
A natural 20.
Oh my gosh, he's really not going back in there.
No, not this close to freedom. Not like this.
Me alive.
Not hitting you.
Get out of here, please. Leave me alone.
Prototype. 26 damage. Terrible. Some damage.
It's 2.
It's no longer on fire.
Ah.
It's not
That's
2,
rough.
it's 12 actually, because of the fire weakness. Getting a ton of. I think I said Death's Door already. It's super Death's Door for the greasers.
That's great.
Prototype.
I would like to wait until after MD goes.
Delarius. You're in the lift with a cami on your back. You're slowed 1. Carrying cami. Got 2
I'm
actions.
just on your back like a child trying to get
I'm
a horse to
assuming
go back. Go, go,
The
go!
lift is basically just like a up or down switch.
Yes.
Can I flip it down and then
You
just
can.
start climbing?
You
I was
flip
gonna
it,
say,
send the lift back down and up
If you
go.
want to keep going, I can send Greenie to go switch the the lever.
You
I
hit
mean,
the lever,
that-
you slap the lever down and start climbing. You can't get all the way out, but you can get most of the way out. You are in view of all of the explosion-flinging oozes this turn. Cammy, you have 2 actions as well.
Now you can just climb the rest of the way.
I mean, my actions are grip. I'm holding on so hard. I'm so tight. Depending on whoever flips the switch, flip either him or Greenie. Greenie can fly. He could just leave.
The lift hits the bottom. MD.
Cool, I'm climbing.
Make a reflex save!
Uh-huh. A 14 on the die for a total of 30.
Make an acrobatics check.
Uh-huh. A 19 on the die.
I'm gonna get you someday. Maybe not today, but I'm gonna get you eventually. All
You
right.
got me earlier.
That's fair. I did eat you earlier. Okay, so you Do you want to run and climb up this? Make me an athletics check. Your athletics isn't like potato, right?
I'm a master in athletics.
Okay, yeah, you don't need to roll. You shoot up
Can I
the
pick
other side.
Cammy
It's like an L-shaped corner, right? Marius and Cammy are working up one, and as you're climbing, you see Emily just up the other side next to you. You can get all the way out if you want.
Yeah.
He's gone.
Can I, as we're going by, just grab Cammy off of
Now, I
Marius?
said my actions were grip.
She did. Pry her
That
off.
being
Run
said,
outside.
though, I did deal damage to Marius. So, who is my steed at the moment? That's 8. My bad.
My steed.
We're on time. I need a reflex save, because you are also now in the realm of the fire ooze, who is exploding continuously.
Natural 20.
Oh,
guess-
Jesus. You died. What the heck? Just let me do my 4d6 damage.
What's it?
This is a mess.
2 actions to go up.
Yes.
I guess I can use the last action to aid other to help them up.
That's true, actually. You can reach out and
Yeah.
help them up. It's just prototype down there now with a whole bunch of slimes that all seem to be turning and focusing your direction, or just kind of schlepping towards the corner. What do you do?
You see me go click click with the on switch of my dearest friend and beloved. We must activate protocol for cleaning the basement. And then you see these fire gushing out from her boots. And she goes, "Neum," on the middle of the room.
What?
Flies out the middle of the room.
Did you guys see Iron Man 4?
This is a thing you can't done any time.
10 minutes at fly speed a day.
The stupidest fight we've ever done. This is...
Pulling apart.
It's equal to land speed and for 10 minutes a day. So I just am like, activate cleaning program, and then you just see this like
I guess.
out, and we don't know where this fire comes from. It's crazy times in here, and she just goes up and she'll meet you at the top of the elevator and be like, "Wow, that was unexpected. At least we have the key."
That was awful.
Rocket boots.
The whole time.
That's what you took with the monkey's paw?
Oh!
That would be funny.
Oh
That-
my god, it would be so funny. I'm not gonna, but I have a better idea, but it would be really funny. Oh. You do rocket boots on your...
Well, yeah, so soaring wings is part of the armor
There's-
enhancement.
Oh,
Because I'm an inventor.
jeez.
Let's inventor crap.
Oh, it's so funny.
Marius and Edelmay are the last two to climb up, as there is just a series of blasts behind them as wads of this strike the sides of the lift, of the supporting frame behind you. As you get up on the top, it all falls silent almost immediately. Then you hear the big thudding wooden step of the golem, followed by like a series of blasts towards the southern end of the room, where this fire-immune golem starts his woeful task of scooping up all of these blobs and getting them out of the way. But you four are back up on the ground floor with the little key. How you looking?
I didn't take any damage.
So proud of you.
This is probably the most damage I've taken
I think-
since like the asylum.
If it wasn't for this, I probably would have went down.
For sure.
I did not take that much damage.
I'm so happy for you guys.
How you looking, MD?
I'm at 60 out of 180
Repeated explosions.
being eaten.
Well, you just have a lot of health. See, I'm at 80 of 140, and I'm like, yeah, but that's still above. That's
I'm at
pretty
a
good.
third.
is also 140.
Oh,
For
nice.
twinning.
Nice. I just got really
The
good
group
AC.
of you back up on the ground floor, maybe putting a little more space within yourselves in the Horde of Loses, could head back upstairs to, weirdly, the safest place that you know of
The
right
skin
now,
room?
the skin room, to take time to patch yourselves up. You could stay on the ground floor, but you don't really know what these oozes are capable of.
Luckily, this extra skin that you can like,
Skin
bandage
grafts.
yourself with,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh no.
Hate this. But given another hour to recover from the burns, Cammy could channel the unlimited fountain of the lay on hands into the group. Yeah, well, I mean, like doing that and refocusing
Yes.
repeatedly until you end up with everyone topped off. The morning passing into mid-afternoon now. And the group of you up in the skin room with a weird alchemical key. I told 47 earlier that with her crafting check, she would be able to ascertain what compounds she needed from the lab downstairs where you fought bee-filled skin stitches to plug in to operate it properly. Just take her a moment to locate a couple flasks, thankfully not in the destroyed western portion of the room, and socket them into the device. And from there, it's honestly kind of intuitive. It really only slots in one way. It clicks in with a pneumatic hiss as you see fluid pump through the pipes, hear the cranking of gears and machinery inside, followed by a heavy metallic pop as the door thunks down and hangs, slightly wavering in place. None of this phases the distraught Aki, still sat on the bottom of the ladder, but you gently shepherd him out of the way so that the group of you can ascend. Who's going up first?
I will.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He will.
I was gonna say send prototype.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what's up. None of us know what's up here, right? She doesn't know what's up in the attic, does she? Do you?
While hesitant to go to the attic, I am more than willing.
I'll go first.
This has proved to be a dangerous idea, but I am interested.
Yeah.
MD ascends the ladder to the top floor, the attic of the tower, the peak of this old prison infirmary. What hits you first isn't the sight, but the odor. It's a smell of vegetation, almost like fresh cut grass, but intermingled with the sickening scent of decay. You clamber up into a room nearly filled with ivy, an attic that looks like it once had windows facing out every direction over the city of Casimir, but were long since shuttered, boarded, and then completely and utterly overgrown. The room is significantly smaller than the rest of the floors of the tower so far, something you could have seen from the outside. It's only about 20 feet across in the given direction. And as MD climbs up into the room, the floor creaks heavily under his weight. The ceiling is oddly low. It's still dark up here, dim, with the sunlight just barely emanating in through these shuttered windows and layers of vines. That's not a problem any of you aren't equipped to deal with. The ceiling is barely 10 feet above, and utterly pitch black. You can just barely see a faint hint of rafters running across it, holding up the roof, but you can't see the actual ceiling at all. It's as if light simply couldn't pierce above that level. A group of you follow MD up the ladder into the room. Seekers, make me a perception check. Thinker, why don't you give me a nature?
Oh.
I rolled a 13 on the die for a 33 total.
19 for 40.
You good at this.
You good?
They've got a lot of seeing today.
Those peepers are really getting to work out.
32.
Start with that. The 32, you look at these vines and you can see that they're off. They look unnatural. They're twisted, malformed. You can see little sprigs of putrid yellow berries, not sprouting on stems, but growing along the flesh of the plants themselves like a cancer. Nestled between the leaves and the twists. MD, as you look around here, you can see that obviously the darkness of the upper attic is similarly unnatural. Something strange is happening here. There's enough light in the room that you should be able to see up above. It shouldn't be that dark. You have dark vision. You should be able to see regardless. Something's very wrong. Marius, you notice it's not because it's dark. It's because it's full. There is a mass taking up the whole of the upper half of the attic. Wall to wall, rafter to whatever theoretical ceiling is above that. One unbroken, singular, perfectly black mass.
It's a thing. It's not dark. It's a black thing.
As Marius points this out, you see a small ripple of movement across its surface. And above the trapdoor, an eyeball opens, looking down. Another across the room, and another, and another. Like stars in the night sky, eyes open across the ceiling, and interspaced seemingly at random between them, teeth-filled maws. The thing shifts a bit, moving in huge strands like tentacles as it considers the group of you standing underneath it. And a voice emanates from within. Brother, you have found me. I ill expected to meet kin from beyond the stars here. And all of the eyes at once focus on Marius. At that same moment, 47 twitches. You see a blue spark shoot out from her. And then the entire crystal that is the center of her chest winks out of existence. And she just collapses. A pile of rocks on the floor. I'm taking the crystal.
She's gotta stay doing this.
47 at one moment, you're looking at the room, at this being up above you, at the Acnean Mun's anomalous friend. And the second, you're on a beach. You're standing on a smooth, sunlit shore. Bright white sky overhead. Gold and marble dockhouse next to you, looking out at an infinite, flat, mirrored ocean. You look behind you and you see this beach leads to a mountain of almost incomprehensible size. A mountain that must be bigger than the entire world. It reaches up into this white sky in tiers, one after the other, after the other. You see forests, you see cities, you see roads, halls, empty spaces. It's a world unto itself. You look back, and once again, you see this purple cosmic figure standing here on the shore next to you. You could simply stay, you know. You have far from earned it, but it is within my power to get it. You need not continue the path that you're on. You are wise enough to begin anew.
Prototype tilts her head to the side. I am uncertain. Why would I stay?
I speak now not to the vessel, not to the shell crafted by mortal hands, but to the spirit channeled through its crystal. Do you hear me? I know you do. Abandon this. What purpose could possibly outshine the beauties of heaven itself? You would start at the bottom, yes, but as all chosen who come here, you could ascend its tiers, rise the mountains, forsake who you are and what you have done. I have met with the Archons. They would grant you this boon, if you will forego your path.
I have only just begun. I feel like I should continue.
You will stay here. Experience wonders even the lowest tier of heaven has to offer. You know it.
Oh, right.
I will return later to your decision. And I would think cautiously on this. Area.
Tilt her head again. How do you know me? You may be mistaken.
I am not.
Also,
With that, he holds up his hand, opposite from last time. You see a small black globe whirling within. As he closes it, it's as if his entire form is sucked into this singular point and gone. Leaving you alone once more in this golden body of light on the shores of heaven. And that is where we will end today's episode. You could just stay and not do whatever it is you're doing.
You're doing something
Heaven!
yeah, I'm like, what are we doing actually?
You're doing something wrong. What are we doing wrong? You're doing something wrong. What is it? You're doing something wrong.
Aeons are known for being direct.
Yeah.
I can tell. Very direct.
Not at all strange.
I call him like odd, peculiar.
You get it? 'Cause it's like the name.
Oh, there it is.
No. Explain it to me.
Before I go, Link 1429, quit being a 2. A villain point to top me off again. Dang it, I should have spent. I could have spent almost like crazy on that fight. I didn't even love it with you. I was just so focused on how many things they had, I forgot about them. Boy, aren't you guys glad you didn't let him smash the third window? There was a third window, and there was a third blob.
What does he do?
Post show.
What does he do?
Post show.
Oh.
But
That's the post-show blob.
thanks
Post-show
for hanging out,
blob.
everybody. Thanks for being here. If you're still here, please give the channel a follow. If you're on YouTube, drop a sub. You've got to the end of the video, or you just clicked out the end of the video, and you should see more of it. There's more. We'll be back next Sunday, same time, same place, 3 p.m. Eastern. And seriously, I broken record. None of us like saying this. It really is the biggest thing you can do to help us out, because it helps. The algorithm. The algorithm. The only thing more powerful than heaven and the Aeons combined. The Twitch and YouTube algorithms. Or check out some of our partners down below the stream. Discount code UGT Show. Get yourself some sales on some stuff. Help kick us back a little bit too. Again, we'll be back next week. Everyone, until then, stay safe. Stay safe.